No, there we go. Other one was Phantom, so we want to be Phantoms.
Check one, check 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't got you.
I don't got me either. I know. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Check 1, 2. I'll put us in this one. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2. Let's go back.
Okay, you want me to go? I'm talking right now. I can hear myself pretty loud, pretty clear. All right, I'm good. Turn it down a little bit. Just a little bit better. I'm not sure if this is the volume or not. That's good right there. This is good.
Everybody likes that.
Okay.
And the band only brought the drums. So. Thank you.
We need to do it again. Let's do it again.
I think you're on now. I hear you.
Check 1, 2,
Oh,
3,
yeah.
4. I'm way too loud. Woo. Hot, hot, hot. Check 1, 2.
Off.
What's that? What's off?
About 80 seconds.
I don't know what he's saying. Do you?
He was saying something about off. Here he comes. Yes, sir.
Volume off. We're on there. They'll pick it up.
Now in 60 seconds, do I need to say anything or just wait? Okay.
I can hang it out. I can hang it out the window right there. I can't. Your mics are coming through.
Well, I don't know how. They're muted and they're all the way down. I can't do anything else to them.
He said they're muted and they're turned down. You're on. You're on.
Well, we're not ready.
Good Friday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to Lake Cumberland Sports. This is Adam Bray here alongside Bob Boone. We're at William Clark Athletic Field, the site of tonight's video game of the week, sponsored by Wings and Rings of Somerset. This is Lake Cumberland Sports, brought to you by Toyota of Somerset and presented by Ford Brothers Auctioneers. All right, so here the Somerset High School Briar Jumpers are playing host to the Russell County Lakers in what is the home opener here at the Briar Patch. Friday Night Fever is at a full pitch. The home crowd participated in the 15th annual Jumper Walk prior to tonight's contest. It was quiet just a few minutes ago, and now it is hopping because the Jumper Walk, as I said, concluded, and they're ready for their home opener. All right, right after this break, we'll get right back into it. We'll have the widest cabinet keys to the game, a couple interviews, and a little bit more coming up right after this.
Been supporting our local communities, and we sell and service what a number of different reading services call the most fuel-efficient, dependable, and safe vehicles on the road. Toyota of Somerset, South Highway 27 Somerset, and online at toyotaofsomerset.com. At Toyota of Somerset, we're all about you.
Here to come in 175 here to come in 175 2. I 200 down count here to come in a quarter.
Like successful sports programs, putting together a successful auction takes a lot of planning, organization, attention to detail, and teamwork. And you need dedicated and committed people pulling together. At Ford Brothers Auctioneers, we've been successfully selling the country since 1965. Ford Brothers Auctioneers. Give us a call or visit us online at FordBrothersInc.com.
Ford
player. Okay. We've got the player interviews coming up. We're going to go ahead and get those going for you. We got to speak to some of the Somerset High School Briar Jumper football team a couple weeks ago at Wings and Rings, and we'll have them coming up in just a moment.
But when I talk, it's just as if it was on.
Best experience that I've had in playing high school football at Somerset is like all the fans there cheering for you. Everyone knows your name, and whenever when we score, the whole crowd goes crazy. I would say jumper walk as a home opener is pretty special, and especially as an upcoming senior, it's going to be a pretty fun experience, pretty great experience.
You know, leading the team out is always one of the biggest things for me. You know, getting the crowd hype and, you know, having that hometown cheer and, you know, having that energy. It is so enriching to me. Yeah, having my boys hype from the first snap and hopefully bring home a win to make sure, you know, bring not only our team and our community together, the whole town together.
Yeah, like Caden said, the jumper walk is just – even as when you're a younger kid, you're always looking forward to the jumper walk. Like, you get to paint up, walk the streets, and the band's in front of everybody. And it's just like one of those experiences that not everybody gets to have. So it's like you'll never forget it. And when you're warming up and you look over and you just see all those people running in with purple and gold, it's just a different feeling.
It means a lot. I mean, we got the fans. We got one last ride going for us seniors. Everything's on the line for us.
And what does it mean to you wearing purple and gold?
It means, you know, having the tradition of being on the Briar Jumper football team means a lot, especially after the loss of Coach Lucas. He meant a lot to me, especially because last year I lost my eligibility, and he was wanting to help me get my eligibility back, but he did everything for me, and that means that the school community actually cares about me. So that's one of the main reasons why I like putting on the purple and gold jersey every day.
What it means to wear purple and gold to me, means a lot. My dad wore it. My grandpa wore it. Pretty much my whole family's worn it, and it's just I love the traditions and all the things we do. It's different than most high schools. It's not even it's like a brotherhood instead of just going to high school. So it means a lot to me to wear purple and gold, and I'm so glad I get to go to Somerset.
Somerset just felt like home to me, which my whole family's went there. So I mean, I don't know if that kind of fell on me also, but I don't know. It feels good wearing it.
It's just a long-time tradition that I'm very proud to be a part of.
I love the tradition here. It's all about football. It's a great atmosphere. I just love it here.
It means a lot to me. I've had a lot of family grow up and play at Somerset, so it's just like a big tradition, and I wouldn't want to play anywhere else.
Now, which incoming freshman has impressed you all the most?
I would probably say Zaisha Jones. He's been super impressive. He's starting on our O-line. He's a hoss. He's big lineman. Real hard nosed. Doesn't care to get dirty. Blocks hard. So I would say he's definitely impressed me the most because he's going to be stepping out on there on Friday nights and blocking for Bruner, me, and Cam. So
probably Lawless. He's going to be a freshman, but they've thrown him at linebacker, and he never freaked out. He went out there and played his game, and he's a really tough kid. And he's really smart with the game, so he always knows what's going on. He seems to be in the right spot most of the time, and he's a very coachable kid. So I think he's probably impressed me the most.
I think it's a tie between Zaisha and Austin Lawless. They're both Zaisha. He's our left guard this year. He's been doing really good, doing his job, getting it done.
I'm gonna have to agree with him on Lawless and Zaisha. They've been really working hard and getting where they're going to be. They're going to be really good this year. They're going to help us out a lot.
I would say there's probably three. We have Zaisha Jones, John Reynolds, and Austin Lawless. They're all going to be starting varsity this year. They've stepped up, and I think they'll help the team a lot.
What do you think it's going to be like playing a game for Coach Clevenger? What's it been like practicing for him?
It's been a lot different. I know we all miss Coach Lucas, but it has been good with Coach Clevenger. The energy's real high. If somebody's doing their job wrong, he'll go up to them and be like, hey, you got to do this, this, and that. And just the energy's been kept up.
It's a little different than what I'm used to. Very high energy, big energy guy. Our whole new coaching staff's a big energy guys. I think it'll be fun though. I think he's going to try to get me the ball a lot, so I really appreciate that and love that. He realizes he's realizing like I guess when he told me he watched all of our game film from every game last year, and he realized early that he knew who our playmakers were, so he's finding ways any way, shape, or form to get us either moving us around, putting us in different positions. He's going to find us any way to get the ball, so I like that a lot.
The intensity level's been higher than I remember being at the school playing football. It's way more fun in practice. It's a lot more serious. I love practicing for that.
I feel like, we're going to have a very good season under Coach Clevenger. Having the success over the last couple of years, and then like Chris said earlier, having the rough couple stretchy years, I feel like Coach Clevenger will help us kind of push through adversity. Even if we're down by 10, 15 points, we can still come back and keep fighting and keep moving along as long as we're all together.
Toyota of Somerset, we're known for great service before and after the sale, and so much more. Since 1988, Toyota of Somerset has been supporting our local communities. And we sell and service what a number of different rating services call the most fuel-efficient, dependable, and safe vehicles on the road. Toyota. Toyota of Somerset, South Highway 27 Somerset, and online at toyotaofsomerset.com. At Toyota of Somerset, we're all about you.
Here to come in 175 here to come in 175 2. I 200 down got it here to come in a quarter.
Like successful sports programs, putting together a successful auction takes a lot of planning, organization, attention to detail, and teamwork. And you need dedicated and committed people pulling together. At Ford Brothers Auctioneers, we've been successfully selling the country since 1965. Ford Brothers Auctioneers. Give us a call or visit us online at FordBrothersInc.com.
Ford Brothers Auctioneers, we're selling the country.
Okay. I was just going to, do you want me to come in and talk about a weather delay possibly, or I don't know where we are? All right, well, one, we apologize for the technical difficulties. Two, we're playing with weather nature. And three, Adam, you look good there. You make a great computer stand. Right now, we hurriedly had to bring all the equipment in because a storm is blowing right over the top of Clark Field. Good evening, everybody. Bob Boone along with Adam Bray, and we are trying to get ready to bring you some high school football. Russell County at Somerset, and they have cleared the field of the players. Cheerleaders are still down there, but they hustled off. A big gust of wind come through, took the inflatable helmet tunnel for the jumpers, and just about blew it into the next neighborhood. And so there's a breeze, there's a little rain behind us, but right now everybody's staying dry, but we could have this pop-up thunderstorm. Don't know how long it'll be. We're about 15 minutes away from kickoff, so we may end up with a shortened pregame. We'll see what happens here. Because and Kevin just told us that, right now it looks like it's going around us, but if they see lightning, then there's going to be a 30-minute delay from that point on, and we'll go from there. So just stay tuned. We're going to keep our sponsors rolling for you, and just keep checking in with us. As long as that's up, we still intend to have a ball game for you here in just a few moments. We'll see how it all shakes out. And a quick change of plans. We're working on the fly, so what we're going to do right now is we have our coaches show, where earlier I had a chance to talk to head coach Clay Clevenger, so we're going to listen to him right now and see what he has to say, and I'm going to play that right now. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Week 2 of Somerset High School football. The Somerset Briar Jumpers taking on the Russell County Lakers, joined now by head coach Clay Clevenger. And first of all, Coach, a tough road trip last week over to Hazard against Perry County Central, and a kind of a strange ending.
Yeah, strange is a good word for it. Obviously went over there. We got out to a good lead, and then I knew going in they're a veteran football team. I knew they were going to have good size and physical, so I knew that their game plan was probably going to be to try to pound us a little bit, come at us. So getting in there and getting a good start, I felt like would help us. And then coming down the stretch, we just hit a little adversity, and some things probably happened that don't happen in a lot of football games that cost us an opportunity to get that win.
Coach, you got to put that behind you. Get ready for this week. How do you talk to your kids about situations like that?
Well, every week, we'll come in and watch our game film on a Sunday. We watch it, and then we put it to rest, and then it's next to our next opponent. So it's what we did this week. We came in, we watched it, we talked about it, and then, as of 5 o'clock on Sunday evening, our eyes have been set towards Russell County, and that's what we prepare for this week.
As you got prepared for Russell County, I think I heard the theme of the week may have been the word finish.
Yeah, it's just when you jump out and you get out to a good lead, then, you don't want to play not to lose, and I don't think we really did that, I'll be honest with you. We have some youth at certain positions. I think they did a good job maybe finding that. They made some plays that, that they're going to make because they're a good football team. And, but with that said, you've got to figure out a way to finish blocks, finish drives, finish football games. And so, the word finish is, you can use that, for every play, and I think that's one of the big things is that individually we got to do a better job finishing. Our offensive line's got to finish our blocks better. Our running backs has got to finish runs better. Our receivers have got to run better routes. And then defensively, we got to get on and off blocks and finish tackles and things. So, it's something that we've been working on all week, and that we're going to continue to try to improve on.
So you turn your focus towards Russell County this week, and of course, Coach Lucas Ford, he's got a little history here, and it's going to be your home debut, and always exciting time, that first home game at Somerset High School. You're going to get to experience some of that sort of kind of with the jumper walk and just a lot of fans being there. And I know you've had to alter your practice schedule this week getting ready for them with the heat and everything. Is that something that you've worked on this week as well, is making sure your kids are conditioned and hydrated and ready for a hot night?
Yeah, it's, this week's obviously been very hot. Made a decision really last week about Thursday or Friday looking at the forecast to just go ahead and put out a schedule. So this last weekend, put out the schedule. We were going to go from 7 to 9 Monday, Tuesday in the evening. And then go 6 a.m. on Wednesday, Thursday, just to kind of beat the heat so you didn't get in a situation where it was too hot to be out on the field after school. But, I think that's really kind of helped us. Monday, Tuesday was hot, humid at night, which is what the conditions that we'll be playing in with an 8 o'clock start. And then, the morning practices, while they were a little cooler and probably helped us get our legs back a little bit, they also, the ball's a little slick because of the dew and the fog and whatnot, and I think that those are things that we're going to have to deal with, during the game. Condensation, sweat, all that kind of stuff is going to make for a slick ball. It's going to make for, and we got to put all that out, focus, and do our jobs.
Russell County comes in, of course, Coach Ford. What do you expect to see out of him? Let's talk about their offense a little bit.
Yeah, they get extremely wide splits with their wide receivers. They're going to run screen game. They're going to run a lot of looks like a lot of counter with the guard tackle pull, giving it to either the back and or quarterback counter. I think their starting quarterback's been hurt, and so they're young in that position. I don't know if he'll be back or not. We'll have to see. I know they're battling some injuries right now. We threw against them in 7-on-7. And they got some athletes that can go get the ball, and so we got to be able to make sure we're playing, good, sound football.
Offensively, you mentioned last week the quick start that you got out to. You had to see a lot of good things from your offense. Was there anything that stood out to you that you looked to this week to see improvement in that can overcome, what Russell County does on defense?
Well, it's hard when you get behind the chains, and so I felt like after we got off to a good start, we had a couple of other drives, we had some good plays, and it seemed like we always had a holding or something like that negated, maybe a good drive once we got moving. Watching film, a few of those holdings were kind of non-existent, but they were still called, and so we got to be able to overcome that, and I think that's the biggest thing is to stay ahead of the chains, stay on your.
Offensively, you mentioned last week the quick start that you got out to. You had to see a lot of good things from your offense. Was there anything that stood out to you that you looked to this week to see improvement in that can overcome, what Russell County does on defense?
Well, it's hard when you get behind the chains, and so I felt like after we got off to a good start, we had a couple of other drives, we had some good plays, and it seemed like we always had a holding or something like that negated, maybe a good drive once we got moving. Watching film, a few of those holdings were kind of non-existent, but they were still called, and so we got to be able to overcome that, and I think that's the biggest thing is to stay ahead of the chains, stay on your toes as an offense, try to keep the defense in a guessing game, and be able to mix in, the run pass. And, we've done that fairly well, but we just got to continue getting better at it. And we got to be able to run the football, between the tackles a little better than what we've been doing.
I think my partner in the booth called them mystical calls. I don't know if that's the right description, but okay, special teams. That was something you mentioned last week before the game that you were kind of unsure about. I felt like your special teams played very well, but your thoughts?
Yeah, we did. We got we got a couple of nice returns. Again, it seemed I think both of them got called back. Punt coverage. One time we gave up contain there towards the end of the game, and that gave them some extra field position. That's something we got to do better at. But for the first game, when you haven't had a chance to do a lot of live kicking scenarios, I think that's one of the toughest things as a coach to gauge, and so I felt like we handled it pretty well.
Keys to victory tonight?
Well, I think you got to take care of the football. You got to limit your mistakes. We that's one thing we didn't turn the football over. Last Friday night, and I think that's a good thing. We turned them over a couple of times, and so turnovers are always big. And then we can't rely on explosive plays to be our mainstay in our offense. We got to be able to grind out drives and get first down after first down, and then put the ball in the end zone. So those are the things offensively. Defensively, we kind of were bend but don't break. We didn't, we made some decent plays, but we gave up a lot of 5 and 6 yard plays in the run game, and we got to be a little bit tougher versus that and be able to get on and off blocks better.
Coach, appreciate you taking the time to visit with us. Go out there, have fun tonight. You stay hydrated as well as the rest of the staff, and bring home that victory.
Yeah, that's the plan, and go have a little fun, like you said, and I'm excited about seeing this jumper walk and all that kind of stuff, and excited about being first home game here. So hopefully we'll get to go out and put on a good show for these fans.
Those are the final thoughts of Coach Clay Clevenger, the Somerset Briar Jumpers. We're going to step out, take a break. We'll come back, get you all set up for kickoff here on Lake Cumberland Sports.
Your goals in life. We try to be that person. We try to be there to help and guide you the best way that we know how. You know, in my opinion, that's what separates us from other lending institutions. You know, we are a small bank. We care about, you know, the community that we serve and all the businesses that are involved.
Kimber Home Furnishings is having their biggest and best sale of the year, our Labor Day sale. What makes it the biggest and the best? Kimber has everything store-wide up to 50% off. Plus, get up to 5 full years interest-free. And ask for bonus in-store coupons for even more savings. Up to half off, up to 5 years interest-free, and bonus coupons all in one sale. Don't miss our Labor Day sale at Kimber Home Furnishings. Kimber makes it home.
Looking for cash? Well, look no more. Alton Blakely's got cash? Is that cash, Daniel?
Yep.
And you're giving cash for cars?
Yep. For real? Yep.
Why not? Then on down to Alton Blakely, where selling your car is as easy as ABC. If you have a vehicle you'd like to sell or trade, it's fast and easy to get paid. And we'll give you top dollar. Visit Alton Blakely today. All the best since 1965.
Out here in the real world, we've spent too much time waiting around and wondering if we'll ever get to be what we really want to be. Now it's time to move forward. And with a little help from Somerset Community College, you can finish that degree or start a whole new life as an IT VIP, a healthcare hero, and more. In less time and for less money than you think. The time is now. The place is here. Never underestimate you.
Play, finish every block, finish every tackle.
Absolutely, and what you told me after that game that you said when you talked to Ty Tevis, he just said we just need to go 1-0 next week. And that was something he'd echoed the sentiment of his coach, of course, at Lindsey Wilson. So, yeah, absolutely, just got to take it 1 week at a time, and I think that they're going to do just that tonight.
Toyota of Somerset's high school football presented by Ford Brothers Auctioneers. This is your Buffalo Wings and Rings video game of the week. And you can catch all the action down there right now. Wings created your way and always fresh, never frozen burgers, balls teed up. Adam, you're set for the play-by-play.
All right, Ethan Rubel going to be kicking from scrimmage. He kicks it. It's a pretty deep kick. It's going to go down inside about the 10-yard line. That's fielded by number 6 there for Russell County, Parker Riggins. Parker Riggins breaks it over to the left side of the field. He doesn't get too great of a return. He's going to take it down into the 29-yard line.
Decent little return, but still inside the 30. Good coverage by Somerset. Russell County will have the ball. Now, when you talk about the Russell County Lakers, their quarterback tonight, Tanner Stringer, is a true freshman. The young man, Loy, who is their scheduled starting quarterback, he had some elbow issues, and he's still out. And then the second-string quarterback, so much like Somerset was in last year, a freshman at quarterback, tonight for the Lakers.
Yeah, look for a lot of pressure up front as Stringer takes the snap. He's going to fake it and take it himself. He makes a pretty good move, shaking and baking down. He's got a first down, takes a big lick that time from McChrystal, but he gets a first down on an 11 or maybe 12-yard gain that time. Takes it down to the 41-yard line.
So this offense that Russell County runs, it looks very similar to what we see from the Somerset Briar Jumpers. They're going to spread it out, 3-4 wide receivers, a tight end at times, 2 backs in the backfield.
Stringer, the freshman, this time a give straight away to Parker Riggins. Parker Riggins stopped at the line of scrimmage. Good job there by Somerset's defense. And he get a little shoving after the play.
And just a little. Everybody just in a hurry trying to get off of the pile.
That's right. Quick snap there. Just kind of very quick tempoed offense. Now they got like a 3 running back set there. Stringer takes it. He's going to run behind his men and find not a whole lot. He's going to be bottled up on the left side there. Good job.
And I see Cameron McCaskill was one of the defenders there. Also, I believe that was Brady Barnes helping him out. So.
And McChrystal flew over there from the opposite side of the field, so great job for him. Really just hustling around there.
No time to dilly-dally.
3rd down and 10 to go for the Lake Show. And getting the call from Coach Ford over there on the sideline. Of course, Lucas Ford, very familiar with this program, a graduate of Somerset, coached here for many years. Stringer, he's got one man in the backfield, is going to take it himself, and pretty good run there, but about a 4-yard gain. So no conversion. About 4th and 5 coming up.
That was Cam Hughes coming up to make the play.
Watching in there from safety, and they're keeping the offense on the field so far. Of course, got a chance to get that free 5 yards and move the sticks, but
yeah, it's right at 5 yards, so I believe if they could force Somerset to jump off sides, which is something Somerset struggled with last week, and now we got a timeout for Russell County.
Yeah, timeout Russell County.
That is a Ron Shaw Realtor timeout, and let's take it with them. As Ron Shaw Realtor, we want you to know that that's the name to know when you or your friends and family are buying or selling real estate. Ron Shaw, Weichert Realtors Ford Brothers, has a long-standing history of community service and is a proud supporter of youth sports in the Lake Cumberland area. Ron truly cares for others, works hard for all of his clients, no matter the size or the value of the property that they're selling. You can contact Ron Shaw at 606-271-0774 or email him at ronshaw45@gmail.com. That's Ron Shaw at Weichert Realtors Ford Brothers. So 4th down, do they go back to use the timeout? You didn't get Somerset to jump. They really never even went to the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see, do they put the punt team in?
We'll see. They wanted to talk it over, and it looks like they did put the punt team in because they've got Parker Riggins, who we've seen carry the football a few times tonight, back deep to punt, and the rain is officially set in here, as you can see on the broadcast. Riggins, the punter, back deep around the 32-yard line of Russell County.
Cam Hughes.
Oh, bobbles the snap. He's going to put a pretty big toe to it, though, and Cam Hughes, the return man, is going to let it bounce, and it's going to get down to the, good punt that time, down to the 4-yard line of Somerset.
49-yard punt, no return.
Wow, that was, you wave it off, and there it goes.
Well, that ball it was flying through the air, kind of whopper-jawed, I think is the technical term, and then when it landed flat, it just rolled. Like it was a watermelon escaping from the neighbor's garden right there, and Cam let it go, and Jumpers got a long way to go.
And maybe the bobble of the snap there kind of helped them out, bought a little time so he couldn't return it. So Bruner is going to be in the shotgun to start things off. He's got Cam Hughes to his side, 4-man wide receiver set. Samala to the far side, McChrystal to our side. We've also got, I believe, McCaskill in the slot. And also got number 3, Chaz Reams. I think that's no, that's Chris Hughes, sorry. They're in the slot on our side. Bruner takes the snap. It's a sweep to the right side. Cam Hughes can't make a guy miss. He's tackled right at the 1-yard line. We'll see where they call it.
They're going to say he got out of the end zone. No signal on the safety. They're going to give him forward progress out to the 1-yard line, but he's going to lose a couple.
Good job there by the left side of the defensive line for Russell County, who's running a 4-4 type defense, just 3 defensive backs, 4 linebackers, and 4 defensive linemen.
what they do with that fourth line, one of those outside linebackers, they'll spread them out over one of those slot receivers, or if they go with a tight end, he'll be in charge of covering that. But now you're looking at two deep safeties.
This time it's a give straight away to Hughes again. Hughes bottled up at the line of scrimmage. Did he get out of the end zone? They're giving him forward progress.
Did. Yeah.
Yep, so right at the line of scrimmage, and again, no gain. Russell County looking stout up front. And you mentioned, rolling one of those outside linebackers out to coverage, but Chris Hughes is not one that I would want to have one-on-one with just any old linebackers. Hopefully they play good coverage.
Front four for the Lakers doing a good job of just stuffing everything.
Absolutely.
Hughes,
Weber.
Loss of a couple yards so far, and backs against the wall, but
yeah, we'll see if they want to put the ball in the air this time. They've still got Hughes and Bruner in the backfield. Bruner's going to take the snap. Got 4 men wide again. He's going to roll out to his right. He's looking for a man. Puts it on the numbers of Chris Hughes, but Chris Hughes is short of the line to gain. It's going to bring up 4th down. Maybe about 10 yards on that one.
Yeah, that ball just a little behind Hughes, so he wasn't able to catch it in full stride. So that's going to bring up a punting situation.
That it is, and we've got Cam Hughes. Of course, the running back for Russell County is their punt man, and same thing for for Somerset. Looking for something from the sideline here. Bruner calling out one of his men. That's number 12, Noah Creekmore, coming onto the ball field.
Two back, and now Somerset has to use a timeout, another Ron Shaw Realtor timeout. And we didn't get a chance to talk about White's Cabinets' keys to the game. At White's Cabinets, they treat their customers with friendly service. They value your business, and it's their mission to provide customers with reliable products and services. The courteous and professional team at White's Cabinet Design Center can turn your vision into reality. Visit White's Cabinet Design Center on the corner of South 27 and Slate Branch Road to learn more about what they can do for you. And we talked about keys of the game. I think one of them, while the officiating last week was questionable, you got to eliminate some of those penalties. You got to finish. I think that's, to me, the keys for Somerset. And that drive did not go well at all. Somerset not able to get it out of the shadows of their own goalposts. They're going to punt it away. But your widest keys to the game, get rid of the penalties.
That's well put. Hughes going to punt the ball away. Kennett. Wills is back to return. He's going to wave it off. Actually, there's 2 men back there deep to return.
On the other side. He let it go.
It's going to get down inside the 39-yard line. Pretty solid punt that time. So from his own goal line, well, not quite. Well, yeah, goal line all the way to the 39-yard line of the opposition. So, and he's counting up how many yards that could be.
He is down at the 39-yard line.
Quite a few yards. Good field flipping position, but still where they were in the shadow of their own goal post, it's going to create decent field position starting out for the Lakers.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Lakers.
All right, so the freshman trots back out there with his team.
53-yard punt, so the punter's getting it done here in the early going.
They are. Tanner Stringer, the freshman, takes the snap. He's going to give. This time it's a new running back. That's number 10, Jordan Beck. Jordan Beck bottled up, nothing to do there. Maybe half a yard. They're going to call it line of scrimmage, so no gain. Another good job there by Zach Koger, among others, leading the herd there for Somerset. And also Zach Carter doing a good job. And really, Russell County, the outside run's been working pretty well for them. And, of course, they have a slippery quarterback there in Tanner Stringer, who's 5'6". Not the tallest quarterback, but he's a pretty good runner. Again, a freshman showing pretty good poise on these 2 drives, but we'll see when he puts it in the air what he's got. Stringer takes it. It's going to be a give. That's number 16, Kennett Wills. Kennett Wills stopped maybe a yard after contact. So
great play by Cameron McCaskill to come up and just close down from that outside linebacker defensive end. He's actually listed as a safety, but he plays that hybrid guy. Strong safety linebacker, and just a great defensive play. Only a gain of 1 yard for Wills.
Yeah, and we really got to just give, of course, he was a player of the game last week defensively, had the 99-yard touchdown return, interception, so he's done a lot for this team, and I look for him to continue to do more. Stringer takes it. He's going to fake it, take it himself, and he's slipping off another tackler. Decent little gain, still on his feet. He's going to break into the open field for a first down, so gets all the way down inside Somerset territory. Call it the 46-yard line.
14-yard gain, so 31 yards on 4 carries for Stringer. Second first down of the ball game for the Lakers. And Somerset, one of the things Coach Clevenger said, got to finish. Well, he talked about got to finish tackles as well. That time Somerset not getting it done.
Not at all, and the quick offensive play call there from Coach Ford. As it's going to be a direct give this time to number 10, Jordan Beck. Jordan Beck, nothing going there. Maybe a loss of 1 there.
Jacob Bartley sneaking into the backfield, doing a good job.
Absolutely, Bartley, number 7. And Zach Koger, of course, holding down the Ford at nose guard. Somerset's got that 3-4 defense. And maybe looking to stack the box a little bit whenever they're getting these offensive outside runs. Kind of not been staying in their zone exactly like they should, and Coach Clevenger will coach them up. They're going to have trips to the near side and 1 receiver single out left. So it's going to be another fake give this time, and this time nowhere to go for Mr. Stringer.
Zach Koger on the tackle. Going to lose another yard.
One of the rare times that he's been hemmed in.
Koger last week had 3 tackles.
So third down now and 12 for Russell County. Stringer getting the call from the sideline. They've got Jordan Beck there in the backfield with him. 2 men to each side.
Adam, watching this young quarterback, though, he does a great job of faking the ball. That's why he's been able to get away.
This time he's going to look to pass. He slips up initially, evades pressure, throws it to his right. He's going to get his running back, Jordan Beck, who breaks a couple tackles, but is not going to get the line to gain, so 4th down upcoming for Russell County. He got maybe 5 yards on that completion. It's a pretty good job to evade pressure initially, but just nothing doing downfield. They're coming out in another quick offensive set, actually. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and try out the punt team. So number 6, Parker Riggins again, the punter, who does a little bit of ball toting for the Lake Show. Of course, having to go without their game plan. Owen Loy, quarterback, still out for them. Riggins takes it, fields it cleanly this time. He's going to punt it away, and it's going to get down and go right out of bounds. It bounced, and they called it out.
Yeah, it first hit. Inside the 14-yard line officially.
Another good job punting there. Pins him inside the 15-yard line. So Somerset with rough starting field position again. See if they can get something going here offensively. Running back looks to be Cam Hughes. Go ahead.
42-yard punt. No return. Pins the jumpers deep again.
Putting in work for sure. Somerset's going to come out in a 3 wide receiver set. 2 men to the far side. It's Chris Hughes and Samala. To the near side, it is McChrystal. This time it's going to be a direct give to Cam Hughes. Cam Hughes, again, nowhere to go. Great job there on the left side. Russell County not giving an inch.
Yeah, formation that time for the jumpers. They had Reams in at tight end, and he just wasn't able to get the block, and thus no space for Cam Hughes.
Nick Ford and Landon Booth there on the stop for the Lakers. Somerset's going to come out again with a 4 wide receiver set. They got trips to the right, single man down to the near side. It's McChrystal. Looking to pass. It's Chris Hughes. He's going to get a couple yards. We did see a yellow marker come down, 2 of them now, one maybe after the play. So we're going to see what happens. Looked like one was in the neighborhood of holding and the other one perhaps.
But then the other one could bounce, maybe.
Foul would be just what the doctor ordered there because not a ton on that yard. So, yeah, holding initially on Somerset, and then we've got.
Both officials called the same penalty.
Oh, so, yeah, a little late flag there, but it's the same penalty. Yep. So, Somerset with another setback, and they're going to give them the yard. So, it's going to be 2nd down and a long way to go here for the purple and gold. Bruner in the huddle.
First penalty of the ball game against Somerset. That's going to make it.
Wide receivers. It's going to be a fake give to Hughes. He's looking to throw deep. He's got a man. It's Samala. Samala hit in stride, but perhaps short-armed it just a little bit.
And Samala had 5 yards on the defender. Nobody there. And every now and then you get a case of alligator arms and not able to pull it in.
Yeah, Pretty good ball that time from Bruner. Just enough air underneath it to let Samala run under it. Just, like I said, just a little bit iffy there. Got another down.
Good play action, though. It held up that safety, allowed Samala to get behind the defense, but getting open's one thing, catching the ball's the second part of that equation, and unable to get it completed.
That's right. We got 4 wide receiver set again, third and very long, 17 yards to go. Bruner's going to drop back. He's in the pocket. Pretty clean pocket. Good job up front. This time he's under pressure, and he's going to have to get rid of it. That's going to be
a safety.
Yeah, intentional grounding and a safety for Russell County. So 2-0 on the scoreboard now after the call. Man, Somerset struggling, doing a decent job on defense, allowing a run here and there, but nothing going offensively. Of course, they had a big missed opportunity there on the drop pass deep that would have given them perhaps a touchdown. There's the call, intentional grounding inside the end zone. It's going to be a safety, 2 points for Russell County, so 2-0 on your Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. 2 minutes and 33 seconds. Well,
now wait a minute.
Wait, is this not maybe the NFL rule, is it not the same?
There's intentional grounding in the end zone, should be a safety.
Yeah, in the NFL it is, but I don't know about KHSAA.
Because the penalty is where the infraction occurred.
But they're going to bring out the punt team. So, again, we're not rule connoisseurs. You all heard us last week.
Yeah, now they straighten it out. Yeah, Russell County, Coach Lucas Ford, if that name sounds familiar to Somerset fans, it should. But, after he's saying, no, that's a safety. And I already had it written down in my scorecard and all of that good stuff. So now Somerset is going to have to, they're going to kick the ball from. And Russell County gets the first points of the game.
Somerset with the slimmest score that you can allow, 2-0, and of course Lucas Ford fired up. This is would be the revenge game of all revenge games for him, winning at Somerset during the Jumper Walk night, home opener for the Briar Jumpers. Of course, it's his alma mater, team he used to coach for many years. I knew him when he coached there as well. He's a good man. Kind of looks like a mailman over there with the beard and the all-black, grayish attire. But again, good to see him as always. So Somerset kicking it from the 20. It's going to be Ethan Rubel. And we got Wills and Leclerc back deep. It's going to be Wills taking it. He's inside the 45-yard line where he's going to be stopped by a couple Briar Jumpers there. Call it the 47. As they'll take over with a chance to add to that 2-0 lead.
12-yard return gives the Lakers pretty good field position across the 45. So Somerset's defense, they've played fairly well. Other than Stringer, the freshman quarterback has gotten off a couple of runs, but outside of that, not giving up much, but it's the offensive line. And, that was really going back to that intentional grounding / sack, if you will. That was just due to good coverage downfield. He had plenty of time, and then just the pocket broke down.
Absolutely. Great coverage there by them. This time we got an empty backfield with Tanner Stringer commanding it. Well, never mind. They're going to go ahead and march out Luke Popplewell, the running back, in there. And it's going to be a fake to Popplewell. Stringer takes it. Stringer this time's bottled up, but still maybe 4 or 5 yards. So there's those 4 and 5 yard gains that Coach Clevenger was talking about trying to eliminate. Not doing a great job of that, at least whenever the quarterback is keeping it.
You'll hear offensive coaches talk about having to win first down, and right now that's a play Russell County did win.
Absolutely.
If you can pick up 4 on every play, that's a good number.
Jordan Beck takes the handoff. Beck's going to be stopped just inside the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain. 3rd down and 8 upcoming. 3rd down and 7. Okay, maybe they did lose a yard. So Russell County, of course, no stranger to punting it this game, but they're doing a good job when they do punt it. They get good rolls and pin Somerset deep. Somerset with pretty much nothing going offensively. Russell County, I'm sure, would like to move this ball, though, and get in the end zone. So the freshman, Tanner Stringer, alongside Luke Popplewell in the backfield. He's got 4 wide receivers. He's going to look to throw. It's a quick throw out there to Kenneth Wills. Kenneth Wills makes a man miss, and he's in the open field. He's going to be all the way down to the 30-yard line of Somerset. Great job there on the little screen pass. Yep, right to they're going to call it maybe the 28-yard line of Somerset. Forward progress where he fell forward. Yep, that's where they're going to mark the football. Perhaps.
Giving 22 yards on the reception.
Wow. That time just a quick bloop, and he was gone for 22. And a big-time offensive play there for the Lakers through the air. So Tanner Stringer can take a little bit of a deep breath. He's got himself close to the red zone. Luke Popplewell I'm not sure if he's wanting to call in. I think I may have seen.
Yeah, he was looking for a signal on the play call.
Stringer's going to take it and slip his way forward for maybe 4 yards. Again, a slippery back. He's just 5'6", so he's got that small running back frame, but he's playing quarterback, so you don't know if he's going to give it to his larger running backs or just keep it himself. But very quick legs by Stringer. Stringer's going to come out.
Does a good job on the fake as well, but the key so far has been Russell County's front 5. They are moving the jumpers off the line of scrimmage.
That's right. He's got trips to the left. He's going to give straight away, and there's an open field there by Beck. Beck's going to get a first down carry. Maybe 10 yards on that or so. He's going to get it right down to the 15. It's going to set him up inside the red zone now. Opportunity for them to take a 2-score lead with a touchdown and an extra point. Stringer takes it. No hesitation that time, and we've got a pretty good stop there by the defensive
Yeah,
player.
it doesn't matter. Somerset had too many men on the field.
Yeah, that's that quick offensive tempo there from Coach Ford's air raid offense.
One of the things about the tempo is it's hard to substitute defensively, and that's what you do. You get the defense caught off guard. Now, if the offense substitutes, you do have the opportunity to substitute as well on the defensive side, but if they don't and you try, they're going to snap the ball quick and get you caught in a situation where there's 12 men on the field.
That's right. So we're going to get the call here shortly. They're going to march them 5 yards closer and down to the 10-yard line of Somerset. I believe that's where they're going. No, they're going even further.
I'm not sure what that is right now. Too many men. It's half the distance to the
goal.
goal.
Wow. So they went half the distance to the goal. They're going to put them at I believe that's the 12-yard line.
Yeah, that's normally a 15-yard penalty.
This time it's a give straight away there to number 6, Parker Riggins. And Riggins stopped. Not a whole lot going on there for him. Call it the line of scrimmage. Somerset doing a pretty good job, him and most of the running backs in. They're going to keep the same offensive look. 2 running backs, 1 wide receiver to the right. It's going to be one of those design sweeps for quarterback Stringer as the quarter comes to a close. He's going to make it inside the 5-yard line, call it the 4. And at the end of your first quarter on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard, it is Russell County 2, Somerset 0 as they'll flip the fields. We'll keep it right here, or maybe we'll take a break.
Intrust Healthcare Counseling Services has made it their mission to be the trusted leader in promoting that mental health in Kentucky for the last 24 years. They personalize their services to meet your needs, whether that be in the office, over the phone, or on your computer. Call Intrust at 606-676-0638 to get services started today from anywhere in Kentucky. You can always visit their Facebook page at Intrust Healthcare Counseling Services to learn more what they can do for you to help you and your family, and they'll do it today. At Intrust, your mental health matters. And Rick Barker, Godby Realty and Auction. Names you know, names you trust. Real estate and auction services for the farms, commercial real estate. Godby Realty and Auction. 49 years experience in the real estate and auction business, and they're ready to put it all to work for you. Go online today at Godby Realty and Auction. 2-0 on your Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. It's been a defensive game, to say the least. Well pitched by both teams. And it's the 2 spot that the Russell County Lakers were able to put up on the board. Is that a home run, or did they just manufacture a couple of runs?
I think maybe an error and then a single that scored somebody from second.
That's really a good point. It wasn't unearned.
Yeah. So now, but of course, they're knocking on the door with a chance to make it a 2-score game with 6 and an extra point. Somerset, of course, wants to prevent that. We've got 2 men in the backfield for Russell County alongside their quarterback, Tanner Stringer. And that's Kenneth Wills. And I believe Riggins to the right. I could be completely wrong there. We'll see because I can't see his number. It's going to be a fake give. Stringer's going to take it himself, and Stringer tries to stretch to the outside, and we saw lightning over there. May get a stoppage, but he took it inside the 5 to maybe the 2 or 3 yard line. Call it the 3.
And that was Popplewell lined up in the backfield.
Yep. And I saw another streak of lightning. Not sure if they're going to get this one postponed, and
nobody said anything yet.
Not yet. Of course, that would be kind of a buzzkill right next to the end zone. Stringer takes it. He's going to fake it and get smashed at the line of scrimmage.
First man in the backfield, that was Cam Hughes on the blitz, but he wasn't able to bring Stringer down, but Brady Barnes able to sneak in.
Brady Barnes, the linebacker, sees a lot of action. And Somerset substitutes a few men out. As Russell County substitutes a few men in, it's going to be another 3-man backfield. They've got, I'm not sure what we've got going on here.
Got a little confusion. Yeah, I'm surprised.
And
we haven't got it called.
They're kind of hesitating.
We've got a little confusion as to what down it is and the situation.
Coach Ford's on the field here for Russell County, and he's pointing. It's down the field. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Can't hear him. But I really don't know what's going on right now.
Lucas Ford is
he's
not happy.
Incensed.
He is getting his point made. I don't know if it's going to be effective or not. Officials letting him talk it out, and now a third official comes in from the far sideline as they huddle. And
he goes
Russell County Lakers right there with the officials. That's just kind of interesting that they allow all the players to stand right around there and hear the conversation.
Yeah, I don't see that a lot at many levels.
No, that's something the officials need to do is clear them out. Now Clay Clevenger's made his way out beyond the numbers, and he wants an explanation.
Brady Barnes on the sideline a little bit amped up too, and they keep substituting men on and off the field.
They're changing footballs, which tells me it's Somerset's ball. Let's see.
Well, yeah, they got the offense out there. What on earth just happened?
Well, that may be okay. Never mind.
No, well,
hold on. All right, no, it is Russell County's offense out there.
Well, see, of course, I don't. Yeah, there's the quarterback. He was hiding behind his man, Jordan Beck.
I think they had changed the ball earlier, and they got Russell County's ball back on the field.
Goodness. Well, anyways, after that strange sequence, Stringer.
They're saying it's 3rd and goal now.
Stringer back there with one man. It's Kenneth Wills. Kenneth Wills takes the give. He's going to sweep over to the right side. Good stop there on the outside. That was, I believe, number 11, Samala or Chris. I cannot tell. Yeah, it was Chris Hughes. Chris Hughes, number 17. So great job by him to stop him. He was the last man there. 4th down and just 3 or 2 yards from pay dirt are the Russell County Lakers. Another mist storm coming over. Skies are purple and blue. Stringer takes the snap. He's going to give it straight away to his running back, and he is going to be stopped.
Yeah, the give was to Riggins, and good job, goal line stand by the Somerset Briar Jumpers. They got penetration right up the middle, stuffed the play, turnover on downs.
That's how you make a stop and make a statement, because everything had not been going your way. Now you got a chance. Of course, your backs are against the wall again, but just go out there and prove it. Play for your brother. Get down this field. Even if you don't score here, I think just moving the ball 10, 20, 30, 40 yards would be excellent for their confidence.
So now the Jumpers, they've been in this situation before. It's kind of like deja vu all over again. Got their backs against the goal line.
Hughes started pretty soon there, and it's going to be a direct keep for Bruner as Bruner maybe gets a couple. A little quarterback sweep.
Yeah, he got it out across the 5, so.
They'll give him 3 yards on that one.
And
3-yard gain on the play, second down.
now, Somerset, for the first time all game, in positive yardage on the ground.
All right, so again, a 3 wide receiver set. It's going to be a sweep over there to Cam Hughes, and Cam Hughes did not get his block that time. Going to be stopped for a loss.
Yeah, that was Chris Hughes who had a one-on-one block opportunity right there, and he just got beat. A great defensive play for Russell County.
Kenneth
going to lose the 3 yards.
Kenneth Wills, the cornerback there, with a great job. And now Somerset kind of right back where they started, 3 and maybe 10.5, 11 yards.
To say that Somerset's a little sluggish here in the first part of this game, 9:45 in the first half, trailing 2-0 on your Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard.
This is going to be a fake. He's rolling out to his right. His protection breaks down, just going to chuck it up. And, just out of the outstretched arms. And that was number 11, Samala, again with a chance. That was a great throw, great route. And I think it was just missing just a little bit.
Well, running for his life was Bruner in the end zone. And he just tossed it up there. Samala had, again, gotten behind the defense. And I'm not sure what happened, if the ball got into that wind and out beyond Samala's reach. But Somerset's got a punt.
So the punt's going to go from the very back of the end zone. It's going to be fielded there by Wills, who takes it to the, let's see, where are they down at the 30?
36. It'll be a 34-yard punt.
Every time that field flips, I'm a little bit, what yard line are we at? So, yeah, the 36-yard line of Somerset. So they're starting up in plus territory here. And we've got word that a big storm is moving into the area. We've kind of wondered that all night, but not witnessed it just yet, as Russell County's set to take it over. Stringer in the backfield alongside his man Jordan Beck. Stringer's going to give to Beck. Beck finds a hole, and he's into the open field for perhaps 9-10 yards. We'll see where they spot it, because the line judge is right there on the line to gain pretty much. Good job just hustling up the middle.
That's a first down.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't give it to him. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, there we go. So 1st and 10 now after the 10-yard scurry. Tanner Stringer is going to fake it, and he's going to lose the football, so he has to fall on it. Good job by him, good awareness, because that one could have been recovered. Number 54, Zach Carter, sophomore, in chase there to down him. So wasted down there for the Lake Show. Going to bring up second down, because they did get the first on the initial play of the drive.
Somerset does not have a first down in the contest. Russell County with 5 so far.
And that's what I was alluding to earlier. Just, moving the sticks once or twice would do a lot for their confidence offensively. This time it's a fake give again, as Tanner's going to squirt out to just beyond the original line of scrimmage. So maybe a 7-yard gain. Doing a great job on the ground is he, the freshman. Looking cool and collected running the ball.
Who was that on the carry?
That was their quarterback, Tanner. Tanner Stringer getting the call from the sidelines. And again, I'm impressed with him tonight. We've seen him throw it just a little bit, but really running seems to be his forte. Of course, this Russell County offense likes to throw the football. Maybe they have a little bit of a different playbook for him. Stringer looks to finally have gotten his call from the sideline.
Well, he has an extra week under his belt. He was able to practice all week long.
This time it's a give to Beck. Beck rumbles forward, but not going to get the line to gain.
First man in the backfield for Somerset was Grayson Gulock, and then a couple of other Briar jumpers there to help, including Jacob Bartley.
They're going to call it no gain. I thought he maybe got one or so, but maybe even a loss. Well, no, they're moving back a little bit more. So, yeah, no gain on that one. 4th down. They're going to keep the offense on the field, and why not right here? Can't punt it and may not want to kick it. Tanner Stringer is going to roll out to his right. Looks like maybe early movement. He's going to put the ball in the air, and he's got a wide-open man. That's caught for a touchdown, Russell County.
I'm going to say short of the goal line.
Okay. Wow. And anyways, a busted coverage that time as we got more lightning going off in the backfield, but there was lightning on the field there because He found an open man streaking to the end zone, put it right there, and they're going to be down right inside the 1 yard line. Literally, the nose of the football is touching the white line.
I didn't see who made the catch.
I did not see either. I want to say it was probably Riggins.
We'll just put it down as anonymous right now.
Yeah. They got Riggins out there alongside Clay Richardson, a senior wide receiver. This time it's going to be carried right up the middle. No signal yet. Going to be short.
I'll say may have lost about a half a yard.
Yeah, that time the keeper from Tanner.
Was that Riggins again?
No, Tanner Stringer. Right up the middle and bottled up for no gain, maybe a loss of 1.
I feel like I'm juggling chainsaws right now trying to keep up with the weather. I just got a note from my beautiful bride. Well, I think she's my bride. I'll touch on that later.
Can't wait.
But,
and this time we got to roll out to the right. Nothing doing, and good job defensively. It might be intercepted if you got a foot down in bounds. Not sure what they're going to call. Perhaps out of bounds. Yeah, so out of bounds. Well,
no, I think it is.
Okay. I thought I saw the judge pointing over to the left, but no, great job. An interception there. I think that was that McCaskill again?
Cam Hughes.
Okay, Cam Hughes. Great job by Hughes, who's staying out on the field, of course. Running back, and that's a great stand-up play there from them. It was kind of tough to see down in the corner of the end zone after the errant pass. A great job there defensively. Somerset, their backs were against the wall defensively for the first time in this game, and they stood strong.
So the turnover, again, had a turnover on downs. This time the interception at the back of the end zone gives the Jumpers the ball in what is one of their best field positions of the night, 20-yard line.
Yep. Seminole formation as we're going to see a quick pass out to the right side after the initial snap was bobbled. Maybe just 2 yards there, maybe 3 for Samala. Forward progress on the little quick stop route.
And that'll help Samala with his confidence a little bit because he's had a couple. One ball, a drop, the other one just out beyond his outstretched arms.
Took a pretty good lick that time, but good job to hang on to it. And, yeah, hopefully that does boost his confidence going forward. As we got 5 minutes, 55 ticks left in the second quarter. 2-0, Russell County is on top of Somerset. Bruner with the snap. He's going to give to Hughes. Hughes has a little bit of a hole to the left side. He's going to break into the open field. He made a man miss. He's on his feet. He's inside the 40. To the 25. One man got him there. And that was number 16, Kenneth Wills, the safety who tackled him inside the 15, maybe the 20-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. A lot of excitement there. They're going to put him right at the 19, 18-yard line. So, yeah.
57 yards on the run.
Talk about
first down of the game for the Jumpers.
What a way to get it. And, I could just see the left side of the offensive line just making a way. And he hit that hole, and he just went.
We are about 10 minutes away from a major storm coming through here, so we'll keep you up to date.
Stick with us. Got 2 men to the left side, 1 man to the right. It's going to be a give this time to Chris Hughes, and Chris Hughes is stuffed on that little jet sweep. Going to lose maybe 2 yards.
Hughes on the carry.
So nothing doing. Of course, Russell County's defense done a great job tonight. Besides that 57-yard gainer that we saw rattled off by Cam Hughes a couple plays ago, they're doing a great job defensively. Somerset, of course, scratching and clawing to get everything they can. Bruner.
Rain is starting to fall. You can see it blowing across, or we can. Not sure if you can tell on TV, but looking at the lights, see it blowing across. Umbrellas are up below us.
2 men to the left side. This time McCaskill's going to get the ball, and McCaskill makes a pretty good move. He's going to break down close to the line to gain. Maybe 10 yards on that one. As he's going to get down, right there with 1 yard to go, so 10-yard carry.
Well, he comes from good stock, as they like to say. His dad, retired Marine, Air Force captain. He served in 2 branches of the service, played a little college football himself, and I know he is one proud papa right now, especially last week. He sent me a note and said, 100-yard interception return. I said, well, it was 99, but that's still pretty good.
Absolutely. 2 men to our side, 1 to the left. It's going to be a give to Hughes. Hughes breaks off the initial contact. I don't think he got there. Maybe right back to the line of scrimmage.
Hughes on the carry.
And actually, I don't think they gave McCaskill the line that we initially believed he got,
With the stop.
because they're going to call that a gain of about 1.5 yards, and it's going to bring up 4th down and maybe 2 for Somerset.
3:53 to go in this first half of play.
They're going to keep the offense out there, and why not in a situation like this? Again, you're down near the goal line, rainy conditions, windy conditions. And we've got a stoppage in play. Looks like Russell County took a timeout, didn't like the look that they saw.
So that's their second timeout of the contest. Ron Shaw Realtor timeout. And while they do that, we'll do this. Keeping stats and the correct score is important to players, coaches, and fans, and the same can be said about keeping your taxes and finances in order. For over 26 years, Randall D. Turpin CPA has been doing just that. And if accounting's not your thing, then let the pros at Randall D. Turpin CPA do it for you. Proud sponsor of the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard, located on Parker's Mill Road in Somerset. This is your Buffalo Wings and Rings video game of the week. Wings created your way and always fresh, never frozen burgers. As we're about to conclude this timeout, and of course when we get done with this first half of play, we'll take a commercial break. Holy cow. Chris Bailey just reporting that 67-mile-an-hour wind gust at Bowman Field in Louisville. So all over the state of Kentucky tonight, facing severe weather. So stay safe, folks.
Absolutely. Bruner under center this time is going to give to Chris Hughes, and Chris Hughes is going to plow forward, get that first down. Good job there offensively.
Yeah, that's just mano-a-mano right there. That's Coach Clevenger challenging his offensive line, and he said, I need a couple of yards, guys, and we're just going to plow it. That is very similar to a quarterback sneak. Hughes right up on the line of scrimmage, and he picks up a couple, but more importantly, gets the first down.
It's old school Lambeau Field type football. Again, they're going to come out in that same formation. It's going to be a give this time to the left side, and I believe that was Cam Hughes. It was, and Hughes, maybe 1 yard, if that.
And we've got an injury on the field. Russell County Lakers slow to get up.
Injured Laker, that's Ethan Campbell.
No, Mason Morrison.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 56. Yeah, sorry, it looked like 58 from my vantage point, so he gets a little bit of help from his coaches.
So they'll tend to again timeout for the injury while they get him off. It looks like Somerset may have called a timeout. So Dr. Jesse Pace and Dr. Patrick Jenkins of Lake Cumberland Orthopedic Sports Medicine for athletes of all levels, from the weekend warrior to the professional. Lake Cumberland Orthopedics, the goals get each patient back to the highest level of physical activity. Lake Cumberland Sports, the official sports medicine.
A bit of a change here. I think we got Chris Hughes. No, sorry, it is Bruner. Bruner's going to give it to Cam, and Cam's going to walk into the end zone for a touchdown from the 5-yard line. 6-0 on your Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard with 3 minutes and 5 seconds left. Somerset strikes with a big drive there offensively.
That was huge with 3:05 to go.
Absolutely. 6-2. Of course, we got Anderson Rubel in to kick the try after, who had a chance last week to kick a game-winning field goal. Of course, a lot of hoopla, to say the least, at the end of last week's contest in Perry County. That brought that game to a 21-22 loss. And again, Somerset fighting. Bruner with the hold here. Again, as Anderson's going to kick it. Anderson Rubel puts the toe to it, and it's going to go through the uprights. 7-0 now on your Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Somerset strikes back. Good drive there. How many yards did they go on that drive, Bob?
From way back there. It was an 80-yard drive.
It did. So, yeah, great job there by Somerset to respond, looking pretty, like you said, lethargic and maybe just a little bit out of sorts throughout most of the first quarter and even part of the second quarter. But they came alive on that drive and did a great job to move the ball both through the air and on the ground, especially with the 57-yard tote that broke that drive open. Cam Hughes, the star of the show on that one.
Of course, we will name our lineman of the game, and that is brought to you by Sassy Spoon Catering. Delicious food with southern flair, made fresh, local favorites. So we love all catering. Big crowds, little crowds, wedding receptions, business events, doesn't matter, picnics. And thank you to Sassy Spoons for keeping us fed up here in the press box tonight. Sassy Spoon Catering, proud sponsor of our lineman of the game, we will name at the conclusion of this contest.
Ethan Rubel going to kick this ball away as we still got flashes of lightning in the background and just no call yet. We're going to have Kenneth Wills and number 3 Aston Leclerc back there. Deep to receive. We'll see if he kicks it that deep, and he does. It's going to be fielded by Kenneth Wills. Wills takes it from the 15-yard line. He's got a little bit of space to work with as he works inside of his blockers, and they're looking a little bit out of sorts on special teams there. He's going to break it past midfield, call him out at the, and there's a flag. I'm not sure if we had a late hit, but I'm trying to see where they spotted it.
A lot of celebration on the Russell County sideline, so I dare say that's going to be a penalty on the Lakers. Nope, let's see. No, that may not be. Coach Ford is not a happy camper, so this one may be going against him.
Yeah, he took it all the way to the 42-yard line of Somerset. That's where the spot was, and we'll see what they call.
And the flag's down, it looks like about the 36 of Somerset.
And that time just poor lane coverage, I think, there from Somerset to allow that gaping hole on the right side.
That was Samala, who was able to make the touchdown-saving tackle over there. And let's see, it looks like this is going to go against Russell County.
Yeah, we'll see what the call is. Yeah, it's going to go.
Personal foul of some kind, so 15-yarder. That's the first penalty called against the Lakers.
Tough setback there for the Lakers, but they're still close to midfield. They're going to start their drive from their own 49-yard line. Looking to put some more points on the board with 2 minutes and 54 seconds left in the first half. And we got a pre-snap whistle. And whoa! I'm not sure what we've got going here. A little bit of jawing, and they told the man to run, but there's, of course, whistles, a stoppage of play as is that Bartley? They took it all the way to the end zone. Yeah, Jacob Bartley. False start is the call against Russell County. So set it back 5 more yards. 15 yards on the personal foul, 5 yards on the false start. So Stringer, of course, in the backfield. 3 men to his sides as he's going to give it straight away, and I believe that's number 10, Jordan Beck there with a pretty solid rush.
Right now, Russell County, they're effectively running the ball right up the middle. Going to pick up 15, 14 yards on that.
They initially struggled running up the middle, and they had a lot of success on the outside, especially with quarterback keepers. This time's another give straight away, and breaks off his first man, breaks off a second man like a bucking bronco, but still not a whole lot there. Maybe right back to the line of scrimmage as Beck was the man carrying it again. Tough running, but no yards. 3rd down and short for Russell County coming up.
3rd down and 2.
2:07 to go in this first half of play. We've moved right along. We were delayed a little bit.
We have trips.
Getting on with an internet issue, but no big deal. We're playing football now, and
trips to this side of the field, and that time I'm not sure if there was a little bit of miscommunication between Beck and Stringer. It looked like maybe a read option that they had going, and they kind of glued together, and Stringer was bottled up for a loss there. So good job by Somerset up front.
Caden Bean in there making the tackle. Loss of 1. Was that Beck again on the carry?
No, sorry, that was their quarterback, Stringer.
Thank you. Good football game going on out here. I ought to watch it.
4th down and 4 upcoming. Beck and Stringer in the backfield. They got 3 wide receivers, 1 to the far side, 2 to the near side. They got Wills, Leclerc on this side, and on the far side again, that's Parker Riggins, who's seen a lot of action in a lot of different positions tonight, punting it, running it, and playing wide receiver as we got a timeout from Russell County. That's their 3rd and final timeout of the half. We're going to talk it over, see what they can cook up here on 4th and 4.
A big thank you to Don Franklin's Somerset family of dealerships for presenting tonight's coverage of high school football. And they have all kinds of into the summer savings at any of their Somerset locations, 4 of them to be exact. Find them on Facebook at Don Franklin Somerset Family of Dealerships, where they treat you like family. And So I started to say earlier, we especially want to give a shout out to Dr. Jesse Pace and Dr. Patrick Jenkins, Lake Cumberland Orthopedic Sports Medicine. They're proud to support local athletics by serving as team physicians for Lindsey Wilson College, Southwestern, Somerset, Pulaski, and Wayne County High Schools and other athletes throughout the Lake Cumberland region. Be sure to check out their Facebook page each week. It's Lake Cumberland's Orthopedics. And I'm going to give them a shout out too. Take good care of our girl, one of my co-workers, Casey Baker. She went there today. She's having surgery on Monday, courtesy of Dr. Pace. She was involved in an accident. Get well, Casey, if you're listening tonight.
Absolutely. Tanner Stringer is going to give this time to Beck, and Beck rumbles forward. Not going to get the line to gain, though. Probably 3 yards. Should turn it over on downs. Somerset's going to retake possession with 1:04 left in the first half. Just enough time to get something going because I do believe they have a couple timeouts to work with.
They do. Russell County's out of timeouts now, and with 1:04, 2 timeouts. Pretty good field position. Ball at their own 42-yard line.
43-yard line. First
Right in between the 42 and 43-yard line as Somerset's going to start their drive. They've got...
I'm going to split the difference. It's at the 42 and a half.
There we go. Chris Hughes, the man in motion, as Bruner's going to take the snap. It's going to be a little bit of an end-around reverse action, and we're going to get a flag, possibly in the neighborhood of holding, and then a horse collar tackle. No flag on that one.
Hit.
Yeah, no call on that one, but could have been negated penalties. They're going to get the flag for holding on the Briar Jumpers to set him back a little bit. Had a pretty decent look there, gained solid yardage, but perhaps aided by the hold.
27 yards in penalties, whistled against Somerset, 4 infractions. And, yeah, I'm like you. I thought the horse collar could have been called. I thought there could have been a late hit, but it's not, and that'll back the Jumpers up.
These two teams are really duking it out. I mean, this has been quite a defensive contest. I did not expect it to be 7-2 with just 45 seconds left in this first half. Sorry, I don't know about you. I expected quite a few touchdowns by this point.
Yeah, I thought Somerset's offense would come out a little stronger, but we'll talk about all of that at the half.
2 men to the near side, 1 to the left. And it's going to be movement. Who are they going to call it on?
Somerset.
Yep, they're going to call a good old 5-yard a false start there on Somerset, so just bad communication there.
That's one of the reasons I was confused last week on that field goal play. Usually if the defense jumps off, they let it play out unless he's, got a free shot at the quarterback.
Run snaps to Bruner, who gives to Cam Hughes. Cam Hughes takes it, got a little bit of space to work with, but going to get back to maybe the 35-yard line or so, 34.
6-yard gain for Hughes.
Yeah, and Somerset, of course, had a chance to do a little bit of something, but those 2 penalties really set them back, and they're probably going to let this clock melt down to the 0 mark. All right. 0's on the clock now. 7-2 is your halftime score. Somerset Briar Jumpers on top of this one over Russell County Lakers.
We'll be right back after this break.
Kimber Home Furnishings is having their biggest and best sale of the year, our Labor Day sale. What makes it the biggest and the best? Kimber has everything store-wide up to 50% off. Plus, get up to 5 full years interest-free. And ask for bonus in-store coupons for even more savings. Up to half off, up to 5 years interest-free, and bonus coupons all in one sale. Don't miss our Labor Day sale at Kimber Home Furnishings. Kimber makes it home.
A lot of people go to where they bank their whole life. They put in that mortgage application and they get a rejection letter, but they don't get a why. They don't get that 20-minute phone call from their lender to explain the obstacles that are in their way, what those obstacles are and how they can overcome them, what they could have done differently in the process. And they don't understand that they have options. Our job is to educate you on those options. Our job is to learn you, to identify the obstacles in your path, make a plan, execute it, and get you over the finish line of homeownership.
Dr. Henderson, Dr. Wilson, and the entire staff at Henderson Chiropractic are dedicated to your family's health. If you're suffering from an injury, chronic condition, or just the strain of everyday life, we provide personalized treatments to improve overall health and wellness to all ages. Our clinic is equipped with modern chiropractic equipment and the most advanced technology to evaluate, educate, and treat our patients. Whether you have headaches, disc problems, nerve pain, degenerative conditions, or just not feeling energetic, Henderson Chiropractic can get you back on the road to good health. Henderson Chiropractic, the experience you need for the results you want. Call or stop by to schedule an appointment.
And we are back here at Clark Field. 7-2 at halftime is the score. Somerset on top with a late touchdown there in the second quarter over Russell County. The Lakers here visiting in what has been a bit of a swamped game here. Raining and windy. We're not really sure what the circumstances are going forward. As my partner Bob Boone tallying up the first half stats. I'll talk about a little bit what I saw on the field. I think Somerset came out just a touch flat, especially offensively. Struggled a lot early on to move the ball. Did not get a first down until their touchdown drive midway through the second quarter when they broke off a 57-yard gainer there. Cam Hughes did to the left side, which was their very first down of the contest. Of course, they did score later on that drive on a 5-yard scamper by, again, Cam Hughes. But really nothing else doing offensively for them. We've seen the penalties rear their ugly heads just a little bit again. I think they've got 5 or 6 penalties, and, of course, Bob's got the stats. He'll give you the rundown on that here shortly. But Somerset, I think, defensively playing a pretty solid ball game. Also had a great stop there on the goal line when the backs were against the wall with the interception there. Cam Hughes really just lighting it up on both sides because he had that interception. Doing a great job offensively and defensively. Put a couple big hits on open field runners as well. So we got the door open. We got the beats pumping. And honestly, did you even know it was going to rain today? Did you know this was in the forecast?
Yeah, and when you get this kind of hot, steamy weather like we do, there's always a chance of a pop-up thunderstorm and such. But, it was in the forecast a little bit. But, hey, it is what it is. And we're just trying to make sure we keep equipment dry and safe. We keep our personnel dry and safe standing out there on aluminum bleachers. If it were to start lightning and all of that, we're still fairly dry right now. There are some umbrellas up, but hey, we're working on it, and kudos to Kevin Lloyd, Jeremiah, as well as Pat. We appreciate all they're doing to make sure we get to stay on the air. Let's take a look at some of the halftime stats. Not a lot to report, but before we do that, let me give you the scoring recap. It was Russell County who got on the board first at 2:33 mark of the first quarter. On a safety, there was an intentional grounding from the back of the end zone. That penalty called against Josh Bruner, and anytime you intentionally ground the ball from the end zone, it works as a safety. 2-0, Russell County on top. Somerset really not having much success moving the ball until a nice 53-yard run by Cam Hughes got them down there close to scoring position, and they got inside that Rick Barker red zone, and then Cam Hughes finished off the drive with a 5-yard run. Anderson Rubel's PAT was good, and your score as it stands now at the half, Somerset on top 7-2. Statistic-wise, first of all, first downs, Russell County has 6 in that first half of play, just 2 first downs for Somerset. The Jumpers rushed the ball 12 times, 77 yards. They were 2 of 4 in the air with 13 yards. Jumpers just had 16 offensive plays for a total of 90 yards. When we look at the other side of the ledger, Russell County, they rushed the ball 27 times for 87 yards. They were 3 of 4 for 50 yards through the air, 137 yards of offense on 31 offensive plays. Punting the ball, Russell County punted twice, 95 yards, 2 punts for Somerset, a total of 83 yards. Jumpers penalized 5 times for a total of 32 yards compared to 2 infractions for the Lakers and 20 yards. There was 1 fumble in the game. It was recovered by Russell County. They fumbled it and recovered it, but the interception counts as the lone official turnover unless you add the 2 turnover on downs, which was just good defense by Somerset. So that is your first half stats. And Adam, not a lot happening in that first half, just a lot of I don't know, sluggish play? Is that the way we can describe it?
I think we can describe it that way, and honestly, there was a whole lot going down. I mean, there was a lot going down on the field, off the field, in the sky, but not a lot in the end zones. So a lot of teams backed up toward the end zone throughout that contest, but yeah, pretty good defense, I think, by both sides. I'd be curious to see if this one breaks open a little bit as these teams have kind of going to try to find their footing offensively. Of course, Lakers playing with a backup quarterback who does have one game under his belt earlier this season, but he's just a freshman. He's 5'6", so he stands a little bit smaller than most quarterbacks. He's working beneath his offensive line, but I think he's done a really good job, especially running the football. What do you think about the Lakers and what they've been able to do offensively and what Somerset's done defensively?
Well, I'm pretty impressed, and I didn't give any individual stats. We can kind of look at those right now. Tanner Stringer, the quarterback for the Lakers, actually, he's done a pretty good job. 12 rushes, 45 yards on the night. And then Jordan Beck is the second leading ground gainer for the Lakers, 36 yards on 10 carries. So, I'm impressed. Stringer, I think they've asked him to come in and do exactly what he's doing, and he's had his team in it. They just couldn't punch the ball into the end zone there in that second quarter of play when they were down here to our left. But, hey, that's because Somerset just played some outstanding defense down there at the goal line. We talked about there was a little confusion there, whether it was third down, fourth down. And, everybody just calm down, take a deep breath, and we're going to get ready for a second half of football. Let's look at some more of the individual stats. We mentioned Stringer's rushing 45 yards. He also has a total of, 50 yards through the air. He's completed 3 passes on the night. And, of course, Willis has one of those 22-yard catches and one of a 5-yard catch to Beck, and then as of right now, Mystery Man with a 23-yard catch. Somerset, Cam Hughes, leading ground gainer in the ball game, 10 carries, 69 yards, including a 5-yard touchdown run. Chris Hughes got a carry for -2 yards. Cameron McCaskill has 1 carry for 10 yards. Bruner, 2 of 4, passing the football for 13 yards. Chris Hughes, 1 catch, and Caden Samala with 1 catch. And that's really the way it is. 7-2, your halftime score. And Adam, and there was a big bolt of lightning there, or a big lightning flash. We'll have to see how it is. Most of it's coming from the north, so it's directly behind us. When it was light earlier, we didn't get to see it, but go back, I started to ask you, what do you feel like they need to do to be able to move the football?
I think they have a pretty good game plan. They just really need to execute. The blocking has been spotty. Up front, they really need to control the line of scrimmage. I know that Russell County brought some big boys there, but are really just trying to control the point of attack enough to where you can at least get men out in space. We saw it every time that they got a man out in space. They were able to do just a little bit. The between tackles runs not really working out for Somerset thus far. So I think offensively, that's what they'll need to do, is really just kind of ask their offensive linemen to do just enough up front to allow a little bit of space to open up for their speedier guys like the Hughes brothers, Samala, of course, McChrystal, McCaskill. All those guys need to do their part to, once they get the ball, of course, secure it, get upfield, north and south, just get lateral.
Yeah, and I think what Coach Clevenger said in his pregame, and I hate to keep beating that same drum, but they got to finish. And right now I don't see the jumper offensive line doing a very good job finishing blocks. Also, those guys on the edge, we talked about it last week. When you run this kind of offense, you count on those wideouts to do some blocking downfield. Whether you're running the football out on that edge, whether you're throwing the screens, you've got to get good blocking there. And if you don't, then those plays, they may begin to look spectacular, but they break down pretty quickly, especially as well as Russell County has played in this first half. They've done a great job pursuing the football. We got about 4 minutes before we take a commercial break, because they'll have to come back out and take a mandatory 3-minute warm-up. So when we see the teams make their way out, we'll cut away for a commercial. But we want to say thank you to especially Toyota of Somerset, our title sponsor, Ford Brothers Auctioneers, our presenting sponsor, and everybody who helps make this possible for us to bring this broadcast to you absolutely free. If you get any kind of a solicitation or see anything on our social media about a link to watch this on a pay-per-view thing, don't believe it, don't buy it. We count on our sponsors, and we enjoy working with them, and appreciate DJ Jonathan Absher. We had a little Kentucky Rain from Elvis, now a little Purple Rain from the artist formerly known as Prince. And Adam, if we can keep the Lightning at a distance, we may be able to get this in. And both times it's been a Moses and Red Sea situation, that those storm clouds have come in from the north and they've just parted right around Clark Field.
Yep.
Do you think maybe God's got a little purple and gold in him, that he wants to see this football game get in tonight?
I'd like to think that God has probably all team colors. He just wants to see everybody out there having a good time, staying safe, and trying their absolute best. And then, of course, the prayer circles at the end of the game. I'm sure the Lord likes to see that as well. Didn't see that last week because we've had some players leave the field, but.
Well, are you stressed, anxious, or depressed? At Intrust Healthcare Counseling Services, they can get things started today. Intrust offers you the flexibility of providing you with counseling services in their office, on the phone, or through your computer. Give them a call, 606-676-0638, or visit their website at intrust-healthcare.com. At Intrust, your mental health matters, and September, just around the corner, September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. And just want to remind folks, the new National Suicide Lifeline number, dial 988, call or text if you or a friend are in crisis. And if you need to talk to some folks, call Intrust Healthcare Counseling Service as well. They'll take care of you.
All right, so the teams have come back out onto the field. We'll have that mandatory 3-minute warm-up.
Yeah, they'll wind this 2 minutes down or so, and then they'll come back and have the 3-minute warm-up. I'll tell you what, if our producer's ready, if he gives me a nod, I'm going to tell him we're going to go ahead and take that commercial break, and we'll come back and set things up for the second half. You're listening to Toyota of Somerset, listening and watching Toyota of Somerset's high school football, presented by Ford Brothers Auctioneers. We'll be right back.
Cash? Well, look no more. Alton Blakely's got cash? Is that cash, Daniel?
Yep.
And you're giving cash for cars?
Yep. For real? Yep.
Why not? Then on down to Alton Blakely, where selling your car is as easy as ABC. If you have a vehicle you'd like to sell or trade, it's fast and easy to get paid. And we'll give you top dollar. Visit Alton Blakely today. All the best since 1965.
Out here in the real world, we've spent too much time waiting around and wondering if we'll ever get to be what we really want to be. Now it's time to move forward. And with a little help from Somerset Community College, you can finish that degree or start a whole new life as an IT VIP, a healthcare hero, and more. In less time and for less money than you think. The time is now. The place is here. Never underestimate you.
Here at Citizens National Bank, we still take pride in treating each and every customer like we would want to be treated. Our employees are here to help you navigate the confusing lending process and determine which type of home loan best suits you. Schedule an appointment today. We have highly qualified loan officers ready to serve you.
Dr. Henderson, Dr. Wilson, and the entire staff at Henderson Chiropractic are dedicated to your family's health. If you're suffering from an injury, chronic condition, or just the strain of everyday life, we provide personalized treatments to improve overall health and wellness to all ages. Our clinic is equipped with modern chiropractic equipment and the most advanced technology to evaluate, educate, and treat our patients. Whether you have headaches, disc problems, nerve pain, degenerative conditions, or just not feeling energetic, Henderson Chiropractic can get you back on the road to good health. Henderson Chiropractic, the experience you need for the results you want. Call or stop by to schedule an appointment.
Welcome back to the Briar Patch. Bob Boone, Adam Bray, 7-2 on your Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard at the half. Briar Jumpers and the Russell County Lakers at Adam, you said there's a lot going on, but it hasn't been great goings on, especially when you talk about the play on the football field. Somerset really struggling to get the offense going, just 90 yards of total offense on 16 plays. Now, let's caveat that by saying twice they had the ball, they had to start drives inside their own 5-yard line. That can make things really difficult. It reduces the playbook of what you can use down there, and even with doing that, the Jumpers gave up the safety. That's how Russell County got their 2 spot on the board.
Absolutely, and I think you mentioned it, pretty much hit the nail on the head there with limiting the playbook. When you get that far deep, you really kind of have to shorten the playbook, shorten your options, and of course they tried to get something going on what was a 3rd down and long situation there. Resulted in a safety for them, so of course Russell County started off 2-0, but Somerset did a good job to claw back, not lay down on defense. They really kept the defense at high tensions.
I got about 2 minutes before we kick off this second half, and again, I want to say kudos to Jeremiah Jones and Pat Harris, Kevin Lloyd. They're kind of facing the elements outside and trying to keep equipment dry and all of that, and doing a pretty good job of it. We haven't seen any sparks fly yet, but I just got the "don't jinx it" comment from our producer Kevin Lloyd tonight, our co-producer Kevin, along with Pat Harris. And Somerset, they're going to get the ball to start this second half. They've got to put together a pretty decent drive and end up with some points on the board, and just to build some confidence in their offense right now.
Absolutely. As we sit here in the eye of the storm, I guess, right over Clark Field in East Somerset, again, just like you mentioned, Somerset's got to get some stuff going. I want to see them come out quick. I want to see them come out aggressive. Of course, they kicked the ball to start this ball game, so they'll start with it. Come out quick, come out aggressive, get some first downs, rattle it off.
Well, the Imperial Warriors are on their way, so Stormtroopers, I should say.
Well, we don't want Stormtroopers unless they're going to fight the storm away.
Okay.
All right. So we got the Hughes brothers that are going to receive this one deep. We'll see how Russell County decides to kick the ball once they get their unit on the field. Not seen them do that just yet. Well, no, we haven't seen them do that just yet. Because whenever they scored, Somerset had to kick it back to them.
Yep, when you give up a safety, the advantage is you get to receive a kick from the offense, and they got pretty good field position, but Somerset did a good job of stopping the Russell County Laker offense. I think Coach Clevenger talked about last week's game, said they kind of had that bend but don't break. We saw that there at the end of the second quarter where the Jumpers kept the Lakers out of the end zone on a 1st and goal situation.
Yeah, there was a lot of bending and of course, no breaking there at the end. Came away with the interception. Could have been a 9-0 lead. And you're talking about a pretty big swing there, 16-point swing, 7-2 versus 9-0. So. And we're thanking some sponsors. We're going to go ahead and thank some for ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Big thank you to Don Franklin, Somerset's family of dealerships. They are the official photography sponsor of Lake Cumberland Sports, so you can check out each week. We will post photographs from every game we broadcast, whether it's a video game or audio-only game. And Don Franklin of Somerset's family of dealerships, check them out on Facebook at Don Franklin, Somerset family of dealerships. They treat you like family. Here we go. Ball's teed up on the 40.
Parker Riggins going to handling the kickoff duty. Of course, he's the punter. Plays a little bit of wide receiver and running back for the Lakers. Taking his time here. Kicking off from their own 40. Riggins puts the foot to it. It's a little squibber. It's going to be fielded by one of the up men for Somerset. I believe that is Chris Hughes, actually. So he kind of ranged up there. Got it, who was initially deep. He got a decent little return there. Maybe 8 or 9
That was
yards.
Chris Hughes. You're exactly right. Returned it, 9 yards, and great field position for the Jumpers.
Absolutely. So Somerset with a little bit of a luxury this time, getting to start off towards midfield, something they've not seen that much tonight. Of course, they did their very final drive of the half, which got stifled by a couple penalties. So the Briar Jumpers going to start their drive from their own 46-yard line. Bruner in the shotgun alongside Cam Hughes. He's got a Seminole formation, which is 4 wide receivers. He's going to give to Hughes. Hughes is going to get maybe 3 yards on the give. Near midfield, call it the 49-yard line.
Landon Booth on the tackle for Russell County.
Russell County, the defenseman up front, doing a great job, especially between the tackles, really just controlling the point of attack.
3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Bruner gets his call from the sideline, runs back out to the huddle.
So a little bit of a different system. Somerset formations are very similar to what Russell County does. Russell uses a signal system to call the plays in. Bruner comes to the sideline and gets it direct.
Bruner with 4 men to his left, 4 men out, and that's blocked by the number 57, I believe that was Weber Wilson.
Yeah.
Sophomore defensive lineman. Great job there by him to put the hops on as a big guy and break that pass up.
Yeah, Wilson was able to get up in the air. Looked like Bruner just tried to almost float it over the top of him, and going to have to float it a little higher if you're going to get it over the top of big Mr. Wilson.
Absolutely. He's going to have trips to the near side, 1 man out wide to the left. Bruner's going to take it. He's going to roll to his right. It's a little bit of a designed rollout, and this time pretty good anticipation there from the Russell County defender. No. Great job there by Wills to break that one up. He was looking for, I think that was number 3.
Chaz Reams.
Chaz Reams. So, yeah, great job. Pretty good ball there. Just a really tough catch to maintain contact after that one. Of course, with not only the hit but the ground as well. So 4th down upcoming for Somerset.
4th down and 7.
Somerset, are they going to go for it? Bruner stays in. This might be the pooch kick we saw last week.
Could be.
See if he backs up. They get the offsides call.
Yep, so we get a neutral zone infraction, perhaps a flinch. Yep. So into the neutral zone, and that was a no-no there. So they're going to get 5 yards. So now at this point, I think you
personnel change. Let's see.
I think you're going to keep that offense out there, and if you like the look you get, why not go for it?
Well, don't be surprised if they try to draw them off sides once again. So
absolutely.
First penalty of the half marked off against.
26-yard line. 4th down and 2.
Jumbo package here. We got the Hughes brothers in the backfield. Bruner under the gun. He's going to give it to Chris, and Chris has got it.
Barrels his way forward for about 4 yards.
So Chris, very similar to their touchdown drive where he extended it on a 1st down near the goal line. Extends it there and moves the chains on 4th down.
Just the 3rd first down of the game.
43-yard line, 1st and 10.
This time we got a bit of a tight package. As Bruner is under center, he's going to give it to Cam Hughes with a great ball carrier vision. He's still on his feet, and Hughes into the open field down inside the 20 to the 16-yard line.
2 things on that play. He got a great lead block by number 23, Austin Lawless, who lined up, it came in motion and did the little chop step behind the line of scrimmage, was a lead blocker, number 1. Second lead block was Chris Hughes, and that run went for 20 yards.
They're running the same play back-to-back as Hughes has more open field to work with. He might get in the end zone. We'll see what they call. The ball did come loose there, and they're fighting for it. Touchdown, Somerset. So back-to-back plays, same exact play, same formation. Lawless came in motion and led the way again. It's going to be a 16-yard touchdown for Somerset. Wow. Fireworks are going off, and Somerset seems to have caught their wind on that drive, scoring in a hurry.
Yeah, that touchdown, a nice little 16-yard scamper by Cam Hughes, and you're right, they just used a little power there, an extra blocker or 2, and Cam Hughes running with authority.
Anderson Rubel with the snap, the hold. This one missed to the left.
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
Not from him. Of course, the field conditions perhaps a little bit slick, but did push that one to the left just a little bit. So 13-2 with 10 minutes and 30 seconds on your Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Somerset Briar Jumpers ahead of the Russell County Lakers by 11. Pretty good scoring drive that time, as it only took 90 seconds for the Briar Jumpers to march themselves down the field and get in the end zone. Of course, capped off by a couple big runs there by Cam Hughes and the 16-yard touchdown run to put them in the driver's seat of this one, up by 2 scores now. As we got Ethan Rubel, the other brother, from the same mother, twins, Anderson and Ethan. Of course, I went to school at Somerset, so I know his parents pretty well.
As do we. Dad, Jason, does the film work for Somerset and also is the special teams coach. So I wonder how that is now. You got to go home after missing that extra point. Not go home with your dad, but go home with your special teams coach. Yeah.
Absolutely. So Ethan Rubel set to kick it off from the 40-yard line. Back deep for the Russell County Lakers. We've got a couple men. It's Leclerc, but Leclerc is not going to get it. It's going to be Wills. Wills takes it. He's up, and a pretty good return again as he's into the open field. He's down to the 38-yard line of Russell County. Good job by him again, just finding some space there on that side of the field. He did it once to the Somerset Briar Jumpers, of course, aided by a little bit of a penalty, so it marched him back. But another pretty solid return sets him up actually at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, he fielded that ball between the hash and the numbers on this near side towards us, ran all the way across the field, had a decent wall, and picked up, about 23, 24 yards on that return. Gives the Lakers good field position at their own 39.
Got a couple bats flying above the field. It's really autumny now. This time it's a little quick pass out there in the flat, but it's not gonna be completed. He was looking for Wills, but Kenneth Wills unable to come up with it. Probably had nowhere to go there anyways because he had to lunge for it. 2nd down and 10 upcoming for Russell County. Coming out with the same look here. They've got 2 to the near side, 1 man out wide to the right. Stringer, the quarterback, is going to fake the give and keep it himself. We've seen a lot of this tonight, and he's shaking and baking forward for maybe 4 yards.
Cam Hughes coming up from the safety position after the quarterback Stringer was able to break out of one tackle in the backfield. And Hughes holding Stringer to a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, Hughes had a pretty good beat on him all night. Whenever he gets an open field, he seems to be the guy that's coming in there and cleaning it up. As we've got Wills in the backfield now, usually lined up in the slot. Stringer takes the snap. He's going to fake the give and keep it himself again, running to the left side. He's got a little bit of space to work with. He's on his feet, and he's in for a 1st down and more, all the way down to Somerset's 34-yard line. Call it the 35 where he stepped out. Good job that time to create a little bit of confusion up front as he wiggled and wriggled forward for a pretty big gain.
22 yards on the run, and as you said, their first down of the half.
And we mentioned, bending, but that was a pretty big bend that time by the Somerset defense. Of course, if they don't allow a touchdown or points in general, that's not breaking, but that was a big bend. 2 men in the backfield now, and they're going to move him actually up on the line of scrimmage.
A lot of confusion right now on the formation.
Tanner Stringer takes it, and he's going to give it to Wills. Wills breaks out, and he's broken 1 tackle. And gets
Cameron McCaskill, who had an opportunity there. It broke one of the cardinal rules of trying to make open field tackles by diving, and you can't leave your feet, especially against a running back like Wills.
Absolutely got to stay square with him as he gets a couple yards on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up for the Lakers. Tanner Stringer, Wills again is going to stay in the backfield, which we've not seen a ton of tonight. Fake to Wills. Stringer keeps it himself and not anywhere to go initially. Did a pretty good job to work it back up to the line of scrimmage that time, though.
Well, good pursuit by Somerset. They've been getting some good penetration. They're just not making those initial tackles in the backfield. That time they got lucky. Not lucky, but just good pursuit by your linebackers. But they've got to finish that tackle in the backfield instead of a no gain or a slight loss, pick up maybe a yard.
Yeah, great anticipation there, though, by Stringer, the freshman quarterback, playing with a lot of awareness and poise for a freshman. As he's got 2 men to the far side, 1 man to the left. He's going to give it, and that is Beck, who we've not seen tonight in the second half. And Beck's going to rumble forward for maybe 3 yards.
Grayson Gulock had him wrapped up in the backfield and just letting him escape. So
that does bring up 4th down, though, however. But, of course, Lakers going to keep the ball on the field in the offense's hands because it's set 4th and 5 now. So you got a couple different options. Go for it or try to get that jump. Really, either one would would work out if you get those 5 yards. They've got Kennett back there, and it's going to be another design quarterback keeper. He may have gotten the line to gain, and I think he did. He was right there. They may have to bring the chain gang out because it is very close.
Well, the good news is when you play on artificial surface like that, the stripes are perfect. So give him that 5 yards and a first down.
Yep, so good job that time, and he's just done a great job, again, all night, reading where those holes are opening and finding space. Tanner Stringer he's going to put the ball in the air this time. Over there to the right side, it's Riggins. Riggins, not a whole lot doing there, maybe a yard or two. They're going to call it 2-yard gain there on the little slip screen pass.
Good pursuit by the jumpers. Again, Austin Lawless making his way out there, but looked like that was set up pretty well for Russell County.
Yep, Somerset, of course, Lawless, another freshman who got a lot of praise from his upperclassmen teammates. Tanner Stringer takes it and gives it to Beck. Beck moves forward, grinding his way for maybe a 3-yard gain, so another 3rd and short type situation for the Lakers. Yeah, 3rd and maybe 4 or 5. Yeah, 3rd and 5 is what they're going to call it. So give him 2 on that one, maybe 3.
Too late, I already gave him 2.
Well, it looked like a long 2. Another tight formation here, as this is going to be another design quarterback run there, and Tanner Stringer is going to move the sticks. Maybe, no.
Well, yeah, he's going to be well short. Pretty good play right there. That was a little slower developing on that read. Stringer showing some patience. He put the ball in the belly of his running back and then pulled it, saw the opening. So that's just a straight read play, and that's a lot to ask for a freshman. But he got it done, but not enough. He's going to be about 2 yards short.
They're playing a lot of 4-down football, and they're pretty comfortable doing it. This time it's a give to Beck, and Beck is going to move forward for a first down, Russell County, after a herd of jumpers tackles him. Maybe 2 yards on that one, so pretty good job there by Beck to churn those legs and get another fresh set of downs for the Lakers.
Rapidly moving third quarter, 5:48. Clock stopped temporarily while they moved the chains. 13-2 Somerset on top on your Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard.
They're keeping Beck in the backfield. Got 4 men, 2 to each side, does Stringer. Stringer readies his men. He takes the snap, and it's a design run to the left side. He's going to be stuffed there at the line of scrimmage. We did see a yellow marker come in there at the very end. Of course, the stop there made by, I believe it was McCaskill and number 23, Austin Lawless.
Yeah, not fooled at all on the bootleg action that time by Stringer, and I think we're going to get a holding call. We are.
Yep, so a hold that time on Russell County. So you take the downs or you take the yardage. They're going
to back them up.
Yep, so they're backing them up. That takes them all the way back down to the 24-yard line. Close to the 25. We'll call it the 24-yard line of Somerset. So, of course, they're out of the red zone now, but still knocking on the door. First down and 20 yards to go for Russell County. Stringer takes the snap. He's going to give it to his man, Beck. Beck makes one man miss, but not a whole lot going on there. He's going to lose a yard. Put him back to the 25-yard line. Another good job defensively. So we got a man down for Russell County. Looks like one of the old linemen. Could be Beck, actually. And he's getting helped up to his feet. It is indeed Jordan Beck.
Yeah, it's cramp that he's got going. He's going to get off the sideline. They'll get him stretched out, get him hydrated a little bit.
And he's one that has they've really shuffled their backfield a lot, but he's
been the ball hog tonight. He's carried the ball 14 times for 43 yards. You've got Riggins 3 carries, no yards, and Wills with a couple of carries, 3 yards. Popplewell had 1 carry. That's it. So it's either been Stringer or Beck, even though they've substituted a lot of individuals out of that backfield. 2 men back there now.
Yep, 2 men in the backfield. Popplewell is one of them. This time the snap was mishandled. Originally, he's going to roll out to his left side, try to pick up something, and he's doing it on his legs. Great job there scrambling to get back to what was the original line of scrimmage, I think. Yeah, just right there. He's going to be at the 15-yard line, so pretty good scramble there, but it's going to bring up third down situation.
Well, Lawless had a shot at him first in the backfield, then also let him slip by. So an 11-yard gain that time by Stringer on the scramble. He's got 90 yards on 18 carries.
So third down and 10 yards to go here for Russell County. Tanner Stringer takes it. He's looking to throw, and he's got a man. That's Wills, and Kenneth Wills has a Russell County touchdown over top of a Somerset defender. What a throw and what a catch. Just, kind of pitch and catch. There wasn't a lot of velocity to that ball. Just hung it up there on the post route, and Kenneth Wills got that and scored. And, of course, there's stoppage in play. Looks like there's another shaken up player.
Yeah, this time do we have a jumper down?
I think so, and that may have been the one who was in defense there on that pass.
Looks like we got another cramp situation.
And tough to see. Of course, it is a hot one out there. So the cramps are in full effect, and man is back up to his feet, and that's 13 Cam Hughes.
Well, he was the one defending on the play, and just a good job by Wills to go up over the top of Hughes and make a really outstanding catch. And I don't know if it's a cramp. They're holding. Yeah, he's limping. He's trying to get to the sideline so he can get that thing stretched out.
We hope he is okay, as we've got Riggins, the man who's going to be kicking this ball, attempting the point after attempt. And we've got a fake, and that's number, I think, 57 there.
Lined up in the backfield.
Weber Wilson gets it. That's a 2-point conversion there for Russell County, so 13-10 now. And let's not forget there was a safety score. It's not a field goal or touchdowns. 13-10 is your score on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard with 4 minutes and 46 seconds left. Russell County inching a little bit closer off what was a pretty solid drive there that time. A lot of grit and determination showed by them, especially the quarterback, Tanner Stringer, and then the workhorse back on that one, Jordan Beck, who I believe is a senior. Nope, sorry, he's a sophomore. So Jumpers, if they're going to play them again, have to deal with him a couple more times. And so 3-point deficit now through the Lakers' face. Somerset, of course, going to try to extend it back. As we've got Cam Hughes sidelined, so Samala will be deep to return along with Chris Hughes.
Cam Hughes come off, and they immediately give him a bottle of pickle juice. And it's one of the things they use now a lot of times with cramps, and you'll see kids. I know some schools or some teams, they'll actually take a couple ounces of pickle juice in the locker room at halftime in games like this to just try and help with the hydration issues to prevent the cramping.
Yep.
So with Cam on the sideline, you're absolutely right.
Cam, of course, a senior, a very tough kid. We saw County Central made his way back onto the field to finish the game.
Speedy Samala back deep at the 15-yard line.
Riggins puts the toe to it, and Samala's going to take the kick right around the 12-yard line. He's got a little bit of room to work with, but pretty good job there defensively by Russell County to stop him at the jumper 27.
So 15-yard return for Samala. Wasn't a high kick at all, but good coverage. Russell County, I've been impressed with their ability to get downfield in special teams coverage. 4:39, 13-10, Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard.
Yeah, both the kick receiving and the kickoff team for Russell County doing a great job. We've seen Kenneth Wills have a couple sparky returns for the Lakers, as Somerset's going to start their drive off with pretty tight formation, just one man out wide. Bruner under center. He's going to give it. This time it's Chris Hughes. Chris Hughes fights forward, still turning those legs. Going to get maybe 6 yards.
So, again, that was Lawless and a late flag after the play. What's this going to be? Was that Chris or?
Yeah, that was Chris Hughes.
You're right.
Ran the ball out of that.
I don't know. That flag came in late.
Mm-hmm. Not sure if something was muttered.
That was, once again, that play using the tight end, Lawless coming across as the lead blocker. Just a little power football, just out of a different formation in motion. Dead ball, personal foul, unsportsmanlike on Russell County. That's a big one.
Absolutely. So what was a pretty solid run there, now we're going to get a dead ball personal foul. So It's going to be a net gain of about 21 yards for Somerset. Pushes this drive all the way up to the 48-yard line. They're knocking at midfield. Russell County with the error there. As Somerset's going to come out in the same formation. They've got that really tight formation, which a lot of times we see them in the shotgun. Not on this drive yet.
What you do is you line the tight end up as a wing, put him in motion, stop him behind the line of scrimmage, gives you 2 lead blockers.
That's what they did again, and they tried to get something going to the left side. This ball is still live, and we got a little bit of fighting after the play.
That's not a fight. That's a great block. That is, oh my gosh, that is a beauty there.
Lawless.
By Austin Lawless, and when you make a block like that, everybody gets to see it. Tremendous block, 15 yards downfield.
Yeah, and I when I said fighting, I didn't necessarily mean fight, but yeah, we're showing a lot of fight. And I think the Russell County guy was just saying, all right, boy, that's a good one. That's a good one. Wallace again in motion. He's going to take it, and the snap here to Chris Hughes again, and Chris Hughes is not going to get a whole lot, maybe 2 yards. Yep, call it 2 on the gain there, so third down upcoming for Somerset. Third and about 7 yards, maybe a long 6. As Bruner gets the call from the sideline. And again, if you don't get the first down here, which Somerset has had trouble in these medium situations, now they've got one of their best playmakers sidelined for a few plays. We'll see what they come out in. They're actually going to come out again in trips right. And he's going to take the snap. It's going to be a quick pass to Samala there in the screen zone, and he's going to work forward. The ball squirted loose and into the hands of a Russell County defender after what was not going to be a first down. I think that was number 20, Alex Norton. Am I correct on that one? I'm not sure who came away with that ball. Maybe number 22, Popplewell.
Samala made the catch and had picked up about 3, maybe 4 yards fighting for more. And somebody got a helmet right on the football, and unfortunately that's the first turnover of the ball game against Somerset, and that is huge right now as Somerset was putting together a bit of a drive.
Yeah, big momentum killer there, and the defense comes right back out onto the field. This time it's a give to Kenneth Wills. Kenneth Wills wills it forward about 5 yards. Do you like my wordplay there?
I saw that, yeah.
Call it a gain of 5, so 2nd and 5 upcoming for the Lakers.
5-yard gain on the play, 2nd down.
And they've just really been pretty efficient all night. Not a lot of scoring from them, but just enough to hang in there. Efficient running the ball. This time it's another give, and this is, I didn't catch the number. I think it's Wills again, but I didn't see the 6 on the far side of the jersey. We'll see when he comes out of that mass, but not a whole lot regardless, maybe 2 yards. No, that was Beck. Jordan Beck there. Kenneth Wills was lined up to the left side as a receiver there.
Beck, 15 carries, 46 yards.
Beck checks right back out. Of course, him and Cam Hughes have been the workhorses for their respective teams and have both been fighting through cramps or some sort of minor injury. Hopefully they can get back out there and in action. This time is a fake to Popplewell, and nowhere to go this time for the young man. He's bottled up, and that's big number 54, Zach Carter, the sophomore defensive end, to bottle him up in what has been a rare stop on him in the open field.
Yeah, throws him back, and let's see. Well, we give him forward progress.
45-yard line.
It'll be about
a 4.
Wow. I thought he lost more than that.
Yeah, but maybe just a loss of a yard or so on that one. So 4th down and 4 yards upcoming for the Lakers. Of course, keeping the offense out there on plus territory. Hard count. It's going to be a rollout to the right side. He can run if he wants to. He can throw if he wants to. But he's going to get bottled up.
No, he got out of it.
Yep. He did.
4 jumpers had him corralled right there at the 50-yard line, and somehow he gets out of it. Doesn't get enough for the first down.
They did just enough to bottle him in there, and he had to straddle the sidelines, unfortunately for him, unable to cut it up and get that first down, but it's going to be another turnover on downs forced by the jumpers. Man, he is a squirmy individual, and I say that in a good way for him.
Slippery.
Absolutely. The freshman just stands at 5'6", 140 pounds is what he's listed here, so they may even give him an inch or so on this Russell County roster. But, hey, he's really played a heck of a ball game. Hats off to him.
But it is a turnover on downs.
Bruner is going to take this. It's a designed rollout play. He's got a man deep, and he's going to get it to him. And almost caught. We'll see what they say. No, it did hit the ground. Second effort there, lunged out for it after it was tipped. But no dice there. Just a little bit off of that one. Pretty good coverage there by Kenneth Wills.
Well, Samala had gotten again behind the defense. That ball was held up a little bit. It floated in the air, but that's a ball that if you're, a young pass receiver, you got to go up and fight for that ball. Falls incomplete, so opportunity for a big play there.
And it's good to take those shots on first down, I think. Second down and 10 upcoming for Somerset. Bruner, not sure who is in the backfield with him, but he's going to give it to him. That's number 4 there for them. That's Grayson Gulak, who's seen his first action carrying the football tonight. Just a couple yards on that one. 3rd and 8 upcoming for Somerset. Pretty good stop there by the defenseman of Lakers. And Gulak's going to check back out, and we're seeing Cam Hughes back into the ball game. See if he's ready and his legs are juiced. Of course, got nice and stretched out. Got that pickle juice in him. Bruner breaks the huddle. He's going to stand in the backfield alongside a little bit of okay, that's Chris Hughes. And Cam Hughes is lined up in the slot. It's going to be a rollout to the right side, looking to throw that way again. He's got a couple men, but they're well covered. He's going to have to take it himself. Lowers the shoulder into a defender there, but going to come up short of the line of game. But toughness there from Josh Bruner. Just lowered the boom, and I'm not sure. I think we do have a Russell County player down as he's getting back up. That's Jordan Beck, who's been banged up a lot tonight, toting the rock a lot for his team. Seen a lot of hits.
Bruner had plenty of time and kept looking downfield, just couldn't get a receiver open, decided to tuck it and run, picks up 4, maybe 5 yards on the play, and now you're in a situation, if you're Somerset, I think they're going to go for it here.
Absolutely. We're not.
That's the first carry for Bruner tonight.
Interesting. We've seen in the first quarter and throughout most of the second quarter a whole lot of punts. And now we're seeing pretty much no situations where a punt is the better option for either of these teams.
We had 4 punts in the first half, 0 so far.
Bruner up under the center. He's got a couple men in the backfield. That's Hughes brothers. We've seen this formation a few times.
Trying to get them to jump.
This time it's a give to Chris Hughes. Chris Hughes turns the flags, and I think he may have just barely got it. We'll see what
it's going to depend on the spot.
Yeah, he
keeps shrinking it, but I thought he got down to the 44-yard line, which is where he had to go.
Yeah, he had to turn backwards. And
he's not getting the best of spots, especially this official on this near sideline. They're going to look at it, and now they're going to measure, and I got to be honest, I'm not sure he got it with that spot.
Yeah, and initially you thought it was a pretty you thought he had a pretty good shot at getting it.
I thought he had it pretty easy, to be honest, and I just don't think he got a favorable spot.
Yeah.
But that happens sometimes.
Either way, close call, and we'll see what they do. We're going to see maybe a chain gang request.
But of course, the ball almost to the numbers on this near side, so they're going to have to get the chains. If it's on a line or a hash mark, it's a lot easier to look at, but we'll see.
See what they say, and I do believe that they're going to come up just a touch short. We'll see whenever they grab this marker, and it's tough to see on the broadcast, but, yeah, they're going to come up short by probably half a yard by their judgment. So turnover on downs, we've seen a few of these. Of course, a couple committed by the Lakers. That's the first of the night for Somerset. So a little bit of momentum there is going to swing back in Russell County's favor with a chance to go ahead here. 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Off the turnover on downs. Seen a lot of back and forth between these two teams as far as the ball, fumble here and there, interception there in the first half that the Lakers threw at the goal line. A lot of turnovers on downs.
Well, Somerset has turned over Russell County twice on downs in each half, and that's the first time Russell's been able to get Somerset. But as you said, a couple of punts as well.
We've got some young men talking. They're going to go talk to some other individuals. They got a question to ask, as this time Kenneth Wills is going to get the ball. Pretty decent run there. He's going to get another 5 yards, possibly 6. Yeah, go ahead and give him 6 on that one there, the 50-yard line. And that one should be enough to take us to the third quarter. We'll bring it right back after these words.
Toyota of Somerset, we're known for great service before and after the sale, and so much more. Since 1988, Toyota of Somerset has been supporting our local communities. And we sell and service what a number of different rating services call the most fuel-efficient, dependable, and safe vehicles on the road. Toyota. Toyota of Somerset, South Highway 27 Somerset, and online at toyotaofsomerset.com. At Toyota of Somerset, we're all about you.
Here to come in 175-100, here to come in 175-2. I 200 down, count it, here to come in a quarter.
Like successful sports programs, putting together a successful auction takes a lot of planning, organization, attention to detail, and teamwork. And you need dedicated and committed people pulling together. At Ford Brothers Auctioneers, we've been successfully selling the country since 1965. Ford Brothers Auctioneers. Give us a call or visit us online at FordBrothersInc.com.
Ford Brothers Auctioneers, we're selling the country.
And we're back as on Somerset High is playing. Fourth quarter set to kick off here. 12 minutes on the clock. It is 13-10. Somerset clinging to a 3-point lead over the cross-county rivals, Russell County Lakers. Short little trip down the Parkway. Got the Lakers here. And they're playing a pretty solid ball game, both defensively and offensively, running that ball pretty efficiently. And they've got the ball at midfield, looking to score and go ahead here in the Briar Patch. The freshman quarterback, who's done a great job running the ball all night, is going to take it himself. And he's in the open field for a first down. He got maybe 10 on that one as he takes it down to the 40-yard line. So good job there by Tanner Stringer, who's done a great job again all night running. Is he over 100 yards yet now?
He's at 98 on 21 carries.
Hey, I was right there. And, of course, he had to fall on a fumble. Did you mark that off for him as well? Yeah. So,
yes, I did.
Of course, in the NFL, you don't count that, but here in high school you do. Quick pass out there to the left side, but there's going to be a whistle, and it's going to stop play.
Yep, false start.
Yep, so a setback there for the Lakers, as they had a man out there in open field. It was Kenneth Wills, but got a little bit of an early start there.
You know, as well as Stringer's run the ball tonight, he's done a pretty good job as well, getting that ball out on the edge. It's just Somerset, for the most part, has covered that fairly well.
Absolutely.
Not giving up a huge play, a couple of 20-yard pass receptions, and then the 14-yard catch by Wills, but still not the big game-breaking plays that a lot of coaches feared.
A lot of bending, but a little breaking. As Tanner Stringer's going to take it again. He's going to fight back to the original line of scrimmage. That's another one of those scratch and claw 5-yard runs for them. We've seen them all night, and that's something that Coach Clevenger alluded to earlier. He wanted to see his team eliminate and see a lot more, maybe 1 to 2 yard gains if you're going to give up a gain. It seems like they're either stopping them at the line of scrimmage or 5 yards.
Another broken tackle at the line of scrimmage. And Stringer turned it into a positive gain and another first down.
That's right. Stringer getting his call from the sideline. Coach Ford, who's coached a pretty good game again against his alma mater, against a team he used to coach for many years. Stringer takes the snap. He's going to fake it, and he's going to take it himself. Calls his own number again. We've seen it all night, and there is a horde of men, and they finally blew the whistle. He got maybe 4 yards on that one, took it up to the Somerset 36.
Yeah, he's patient. He waits on his offensive line to try and open something up. He makes the read, decides it's my ball, and then I'll wait to see what kind of an opening I get. Stringer's done a good job. 107 yards, 23 carries.
Absolutely. Stringer in the shotgun is going to take it, looks to throw out to the left side. That's Kenneth Wills. Kenneth Wills with a little bit of
maybe a tackle over there on the block. I don't see a flag, however.
Yep, so no flag. They're going to give it to him, and it's going to get inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. So they are now in the red zone. No, right at the 20-yard line they're going to call it. So Lakers right at the red zone here.
16 yards on the catch.
Mm-hmm. And I wonder what kind of quarterback he was in middle school, because to come out with this kind of poise and attack and vigor as a freshman in middle school, I'm sure it was a nightmare to deal with. This time it's a give straight away, and that's number 6, Riggins. Riggins moves it forward. Parker Riggins to maybe a 7-yard gain or so. I'm not sure where they're spotting it.
Looks like they're going to back it up to the 14, so give him 6.
Okay, so 6 yards there on the first down carry from Riggins. 2nd and 4 upcoming for Russell County. Call from the sideline coming in. And Tanner Stringer, again, we've talked about him all night, really just done a great job for his team.
See Popplewell in the backfield.
This time a fake, and he's going to take it his own self again. Breaks one tackle, but falls after that. Does get a first down, though, however. So moving those chains pretty efficiently. I'm not sure how many yards he got there, maybe 6 or 7. No, they're going to give him just the line.
7.
Yeah, 7.
He got 7.
Okay. Tanner Stringer really kind of willing this offense forward on this drive. Stringer takes the snap. It's going to be a give this time, and he's got a little bit of room to work with, and that's another touchdown. Kenneth Wills into the end zone from the 10-yard line, and they have taken the lead with 9 minutes and 17 seconds left over the Somerset Briar Jumpers. Russell County has taken the lead again for the second time in this ball game. It's 16-13, pending an extra point attempt to try to make it 17-13 on your Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Just a really efficient drive. Not a lot of huge plays, but a lot of solid plays. Actually, they're going to go for a 2-point conversion. See what they can do. It's going to be another quarterback keeper, and he is in there untouched. 18-13 now. 5-point lead for the Russell County Lakers here at William M. Clark Field on your Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. So Somerset, of course, faced a 2-0 deficit to start this game off. Way back in the first quarter. Ended up taking a 13-2 lead, then allowed Russell County to score a touchdown on them, make it 13-10, and now Russell County scored 16 unanswered. Again, they're on top of your Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard, 18-13. So Somerset going to have to regroup, get some more stuff going offensively.
Dr. Jesse Pace and Dr. Patrick Jenkins of Lake Cumberland Orthopedic Sports Medicine for athletes of all levels. From the weekend warrior to the professional at Lake Cumberland Orthopedics, the goal is to get each patient back to the highest level of physical activity possible. Proud to support local athletics. They serve as team physicians for Lindsey Wilson College, Southwestern Somerset, Pulaski, and Wayne County High Schools, as well as other athletes throughout the Lake Cumberland region. Be sure and check out their Facebook page. That is Lake Cumberland Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
And, of course, Lucas Ford, we've talked about him a few times tonight, but this is a game that he would really love to win. I don't believe he's beaten Somerset as an opposing head coach. He's played them a lot when he was coaching at Caverna, when he was coaching at McCreary Central, and now with the Russell County Lakers. This one, I believe, would be the first win that he has against Somerset as a head coach. If he's able to pull it off, and it would be very sweet for him. Of course, Somerset not wanting to let that happen. As we've got Parker Riggins here set to kick this ball away. We'll see what sort of approach they'll take. And they've actually got their quarterback on kick team, and that's something that you really do not often see. Parker Riggins is going to kick it pretty short, and it was initially bobbled there by Chris Hughes, and Chris Hughes takes it into Russell territory at the 49-yard line.
Chris Hughes on the return.
Actually, they're going to give him the 49. Decent little return after the bobble initially.
First and 10 for the Briar Jumpers.
They're going to set up this drive in Russell County territory after the short kick. 49 yards to pay dirt.
Yeah, just a little pop-up kick there, and I think Chris underestimated a little bit and had to pick it up off of the turf, but a good little return. It's got the Jumpers in position with 9:13 to go.
Chris Hughes will be the lone man in the backfield alongside his quarterback, Josh Bruner. Josh Bruner takes the snap. It's going to be a give to Chris, and Chris is going to not get a whole lot, maybe a yard on that one.
Good penetration by that four-man defensive front of the Russell County Lakers. Chris Hughes gets up hobbling just a little bit.
Laker lineman.
He's tougher than a $2 steak. He ain't going nowhere.
We've got a Russell County Laker hobbling just a little bit as well. That is Landon Booth, the inside linebacker, who came in to clean that up for Russell. We've got the call, and the huddle has been broken. Josh Bruner, junior quarterback, wanted to put his team ahead in this one on this drive, as Chris Hughes is the lone back again. He's got double men to the left side. It's going to be a screen pass out there to Cam Hughes. And Cam Hughes got pretty fresh legs. He's not touched the ball in a while, and he's down inside the 20-yard line off a nice screen pass. We'll see where they mark it. No, they're going to say he stepped out actually at the 24. So I'm not sure. I guess he maybe did step there on the line. But down to the 24-yard line, and what was a really nice pitch and catch there.
24 yards for the longest reception of the night for the Jumpers.
So just what the doctor ordered there after the first down stifling of Chris Hughes. Gets it out to his brother Cam.
Just the fourth completion of the night for Bruner, but in his defense, he's had 3 drops on the evening.
We've not mentioned the weather in a good while, Bob. I think we're going to make it out of this one.
Way to go. You may have just jinxed it.
Josh Bruner takes it, and he's going to give it to Chris Hughes. Chris Hughes has some room to work with this time, and he's going to get very near to a first down. I think they're just going to give him 9, though, because they're marking him well short.
Ball marked inside the 15.
Nonetheless,
that was the most explosive run of the night we've seen from Chris Hughes. 7 carries, 22 yards. That one going for 9.
Of course, a couple of his runs came there on 4th and short situations where he kept the drive alive for Somerset. That time he found a little bit of room to work with and lowered the shoulder there to finish that run, and there's that word, finish.
Second and short here. Opportunity maybe to try and put one into the end zone, see if you can't get a score.
Second and less than a yard.
Good, and we have a whistle. Timeout, Russell County.
Didn't like the look that they came out in at all. On your Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard, it is 7 minutes, 41 seconds left in this fourth quarter of play. Russell County on top, 18-13.
Don Franklin, Somerset's family of dealerships where they treat you like family. And you know what goes family? All about memories, pictures, and all of that. And we appreciate Don Franklin of Somerset family of dealerships for being the official photography sponsor of Lake Cumberland Sports. And you can check that out on our Facebook page. Just go to Lake Cumberland Sports on Facebook. Don Franklin. Any one of their 4 Somerset locations, you can find your new or previously enjoyed automobile. They'll treat you like family. Sassy Spoon Catering, be sure and stick around because they will be presenting our linemen of the game. Delicious food with a southern flair. Made fresh local favorites. They love catering, whether it's big crowds, small crowds, wedding receptions, business events, picnics. Let them make your event one that will be remembered for years to come. Sassy Spoon Catering, lineman of the game.
Bruner with a really quick snap there out of the backfield. He's going to look on a play action, puts the ball in the air, and it's intercepted by the Russell County Lakers. That was number 6, Parker Riggins, who took it away. He was looking for his man McChrystal in there in the end zone and just put a little bit too much underneath it.
Well, and it just took him too long. He had McChrystal open in that back corner, but he didn't get rid of the ball and held on to it just a little extra longer, and that results in the interception and the turnover. Touchback, it will be the first interception of the season given up by Bruner.
So, yeah, there you go. You were mentioning try to take a shot to the end zone. It was materializing pretty well there, but, of course, just a little bit of a delayed throw there that time gave Parker Riggins just enough anticipation to get that one.
That's a ball that's got to go up and over, and your receiver's got to go up and fight for that ball, but just a little bit slow getting there.
1st and 10 for the Lakers. They've got 2 men to the near side, 1 out wide to the left. It's going to be a run, and it's going to be Stringer. Stringer bottled up in the backfield, nowhere to go, loss of 4.
Yeah, just a quarterback counter there as he started off to the right, took one big jab step, but good defense. Everybody staying home on the far side of the field for the Jumpers. Loss on the play of about 4 yards.
Not fooled by the misdirection that time. The right side of the defense did a really good job.
2nd down and 14.
Credit a couple of different Briar Jumpers with the stop there. And we're going to have 1 man in the backfield. That is Wills alongside Stringer. The freshman takes the snap and gives it to Wills. Wills tries to fight off 1 man but does not. I think
what a
Bartley.
job defensively there. No, give the tackle to Grayson Gulak.
Okay.
Gulak fighting off the block, shedding it, and finishing the play. What a defensive play there by number 4.
Absolutely. And, of course, Gulak, I believe his father played his ball at Somerset High School back in the late 80s, early 90s.
So what you're saying is his dad's a little old?
Well, no. I mean, I think that's a pretty young
that's
man.
what I heard you say.
Absolutely not. He still looks like a young man, too. Stringer takes the snap. He's going to roll out to his left and looking to throw, and the ball's been stripped out by Somerset. Who comes up with it?
Did they get it before it went out of bounds?
Not sure. No, I don't believe so. So it could have been disaster there for the Lakers. Really big anticipation opportunity. And unfortunately unable to come away with the ball, but a big loss there on the play forced by Somerset. What'd you see on that rollout there?
I saw a lot of pressure from Somerset and did a good job coming down with the arm. I didn't see who the defender was that slapped at it, but pretty nifty play right there. Going to lose another, almost 8 yards on the play.
Yeah, so 4th and they're calling it 19 on the scoreboard. That's what we'll go with here for the Russell County Lakers. They're going to go with that emergency punt situation. Riggins toes it, and underneath it is Cam Hughes. Cam Hughes tries to make something happen. He's got some space on the left side. He's down inside the 30 to the 20, and they're going to mark him out of the bounds right at the 17-yard line of Russell County. Not sure where he fielded that. It was on this side of the field.
It's a 28-yard return. He gabbed it right at the 45. We're in good shape there. Cam Hughes just waited for a little bit of a wall. He got it, took the seam, got outside the numbers, and took off. Jumpers in great position. Mark that down. That's going to be a tremendous play if Jumpers can punch it in here.
Absolutely.
Especially after giving up the interception.
Mm-hmm. And they were in this very similar situation.
They're in the Rick Barker red zone once again.
Mm-hmm. Double man to the bottom side of the screen, and he's going to give it this time to Chris Hughes, and Chris Hughes is in the open field. He's going to turn those legs for a big touchdown. 17-yard touchdown for Chris Hughes up the middle.
And that is a Citizens National Bank touchdown, and a big one it is. It gives the lead back to the Jumpers, 19-13 with the extra try to come.
5 minutes and 53 seconds left on your Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. And this is, let's see. Say you definitely want to go ahead and kick the field goal, but they're keeping the offense out on the field. That maybe that way that they can't get the tie.
You've got a differential of 6 right now.
Absolutely.
I think you kick the extra point, but Coach Clevenger's decided he wants to go for it. And
okay, actually, no, it does make sense to go for 2 here. Because I was miscalculating that, and that shows my math skills. I apologize to Tracy Rubel.
Yeah,
they're going to go for 2. They're going to try to go for
a 1-point lead. They're going to go for 2 to try and make it a 3-point lead.
This time it's a give to Cam Hughes, and Cam Hughes is in there. 21-18 now. Somerset on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard reclaims the lead from the Russell County Lakers. 5 minutes and 53 seconds left in this ball game as they attempt to turn it back over to their defense.
Yeah, I was looking at the scoreboard wrong. I apologize. So that lead was 1 point. Now it's 3. And, nice job on the 17-yard run by Chris Hughes, and a equally as good run by Cam Hughes to tack it on and make it at least a 3-point game.
These Hughes brothers are really just doing a lot for their ball club tonight, both offensively and defensively, especially Cam on defense. Chris, of course, with the big touchdown run there, 17 yards. And that was, I believe, his longest carry of the night because he had one earlier, maybe the drive before, where he broke into the open field for a first down run after a couple short runs earlier on.
Well, his last 2 runs were for 9 and, as you just said, 17 yards. That one tacking on the touchdown. Of course, you said Cam Hughes getting it done defensively. Yeah, offensively as well. He's over 100 yards with 111 yards total and 2 touchdowns on just 14 carries.
Get used to those names, as of course you all were used to them last year. Chris had to play emergency quarterback a lot. Did a great job at that as a freshman. Ethan Rubel's going to kick this ball deep. It's going to be fielded by Kenneth Wills. Kenneth Wills takes it right around the 15-yard line, and he's got
to the right side,
space.
And there's a pocket.
Yeah, and he's got open field, and I don't think anyone's going to get him because Ethan Rubel was the last man to beat, and he puts a beat on him, and he's in for a touchdown. But we did see a flag thrown very late. Not sure where that one would have come from. I didn't see any holds down on this side of the field where they threw it, but as it stands right now, we'll see what they're going to call, but that one was a big return there, 85-yard touchdown return if it stands. And he's just done it all night. Kenneth Wills in the return game. Special teams been something of a bugaboo tonight. And maybe they are going to call a hold, and perhaps the flag just came out a little bit late. We'll see what they say. The white hat is going to give the call.
Sideline warning against Somerset.
Nope, so that is a touchdown. It's going to stand. So right after the drive that they put together, Somerset gives the lead right back up to the Lakers, 24-21, and they're going to go for two here in this situation, or at least it seems. 5 minutes, 36 seconds left on your Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Awaiting the call from Coach Ford. Man in motion here. 2-point try is coming up, and they're still wanting a little bit of clarification from the sidelines as Tanner Stringer is the quarterback. Takes it. He's going to give it. It's going to be Beck, and Beck stopped short. So just a 3-point lead here for Russell County, 24-21, as the 2-point try is no good. So really, don't even have a lot to say about that last drive because it didn't happen. It was taken from the 15-yard line all the way to the house there by Kenneth Wills, who I believe has been their player of the game, even though I think that their quarterback, Tanner Stringer's done a great job as well. But Kenneth Wills, just what he's been able to do in open space and on the special team side of the ball, really been a headache for Somerset. So 5 minutes, 36 seconds left in your fourth quarter of play. Somerset did a good job to erase the lead that they'd given back to Russell County. Gives it right back to them. And the offense will have to get back to work here after the kick, and we'll see if we can get another back-to-back kickoff return touchdown. A couple sparky returners back there. Got number 13, Cam Hughes, back deep, and they probably won't kick it super deep. Not been known to do that tonight.
They've been kicking it short to Chris Hughes on this near side towards us, and he's in the second line at about the 40-yard line of the return team, but he's gotten it to the 50-yard line or beyond, and, short fields for Somerset have been huge.
Yeah, I'd say he's pretty juiced up because he just did score the touchdown for his ball club on their last possession. We'll see where they decide to kick it. They may try to kick it to the other side, as they've got Braden McChrystal over there in that same general vicinity that Chris Hughes is in. So Riggins is the kick man. And it looks like he is going to kick it to that other side. That's exactly what he did, and this one might go out of bounds. It did.
Now,
it actually loaded up and stayed in bounds.
Oh, my gosh, dropped it in, and he got the Phil Mickelson backspin and gets down inside the 20-yard line.
A little coffin corner action there, but yeah, it looked like from the word go it was going out of bounds, but it literally just stopped right there.
That's a live football too, so you've got to get on that thing right away.
Yep. Wow.
So that's a big play right there for Russell County with 5:33 to go.
Good awareness by Somerset to at least fall on that ball and not allow an even bigger disaster. So Somerset now with pretty rough field position. They're going to come out in double man to this side, one to the far side. Bruner takes it. He's going to give to his man in the backfield, and tough to see the number there. It's not Cam Hughes. I think it's Chris. It is Chris Hughes, number 17 there on about a 5 or 6 yard gain. Yeah, 5. So 2nd and 5. He has the downs to go, but clock working against Somerset now with a little over 5 minutes left in the contest.
Yeah, that's plenty of time. I believe they've got all 3 of their timeouts left, at least 2.
Absolutely. Josh Bruner takes the snap, looking to throw. Pressure breaks into it initially, and he's going to slide and get popped. No flag.
Giving maybe a yard on the play. He looked to throw the ball out here to his left. Everything was covered and thought maybe he could take off to the right. No go.
Russell County bearing down on defense. Shades back to the first and midway through the second quarter where they were really dominant. Of course, Somerset's going to have to fight to get this drive sustained. 3rd down and 5 upcoming. They've got 2 men to the near side, 1 to the right.
Bruner looking to the sideline, asking for him to reshoot the play.
Bruner's going to get it out in open space. That's Cam Hughes, and Cam Hughes has some yardage. First down and a little bit more, all the way down to the 45-yard line of Somerset. So move those sticks. And I think some of the Russell County faithful is wanting some sort of a hold there. Didn't get it.
He's pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
So it's going to set up 1st and 10 near midfield, 45-yard line. Somerset moving the football, of course, just a 3-point deficit. A field goal would tie it. 6 points would go ahead and give you the lead back. Bruner gives it to Chris Hughes. Chris Hughes with a seam up the middle and runs into one of his linemen. But positive play there as he gets maybe 7 or 8 yards on the carry. Call it 7.
He hit the circle button right there as he got across the 50-yard line, put on a little spin move.
You know the circle button, huh?
Not because I play. I just, I read that somewhere.
Little PlayStation reference there. They're going with a very similar look this time, and Chris Hughes gets a first down. Chris Hughes works it all the way up to the 38-yard line of the Lakers before he's brought down by a couple of their guys. Solid running as Chris Hughes, the attrition has really set in, and we've seen him break off a couple solid carries throughout this second half.
It's going to come back. Looks like there's some sort of a discussion taking place, and Jumper's backing up a little bit.
Well, yep. Looks like there's going to be a hold up front that's going to set them back. So
that's the first penalty of the half against Somerset. 42 yards in penalties on 6 calls. So they have improved in that category. Negates a 10-yard run by Chris Hughes.
That's something I had not noticed because it was more of the same throughout that first half, just like it was a week ago in Hazard. But the penalties did get shortened up quite a bit in the second half. Bruner breaks the huddle. He's going to come out with 3 wide receivers, 1 to the far side, 2 to the near side. Hughes in the backfield still. This time he's going to look to throw, rolling out to his left. Protection breaks down. Not going to throw it. He's going to go ahead and run, and he's grabbed and slung out of bounds. Late flag, no. They're going to say that he was not slung down out of bounds.
Yeah, that probably could have been. I don't know.
Yeah, he maybe was letting up just a little bit, tried to release him, and the momentum carried him forward. So, yeah, Weber Wilson not called there for late hit out of bounds. Probably an okay call to keep that in your pocket.
Had a lot of jersey and was spinning around, little do-si-do action.
Yep, so momentum carried him forward. Going to be out of bounds at his own 49-yard line. His 3rd down and 6 is coming up, and Russell County goes ahead and takes another timeout.
Well, that's their second of the half with 3:16 to go, 24-21. Somerset trailing on your Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Of course, this is Toyota Somerset's high school football presented by Fort Brothers Auctioneers on our Buffalo Wings and Rings video game of the week. Are you stressed, anxious, or depressed? Well, at Intrust Healthcare Counseling Services, they can get services started today. Intrust offers you the flexibility of providing you with counseling services in their office, on the phone, or through their computer. Give them a call, 606-676-0638, or you can visit their website at intrust-healthcare.com. At Intrust, your mental health matters. And don't forget 988 Suicide Crisis Lifeline.
All right, so 3 minutes and 16 seconds left in this ball game. Somerset with the ball, looking to put together somewhat of a drive. They got a 3rd and 6, pretty long 6 upcoming.
Western Power Sports and Super ATV, as well as the huge selection of accessories.
And again, like I said, 3rd and 6. We got a neutral zone jump there by the Russell County Lakers. No call. 2 men down to the near side. It's McChrystal and Hughes. This time the give to Chris Hughes, and Chris Hughes rumbles forward for maybe 2 yards. So 4th down now upcoming for the Briar Jumpers. Really long 3 or maybe 4 yards for Somerset. Coming up here on this 4th down. No, they're actually going to move it forward, 4th and 3. Okay, so hard count possibly coming here. They're going to get it. It's going to be a direct quarterback keeper. He's got a little bit of space on the right side, and he's in the open field. It's Josh Bruner down to the 30-yard line of Russell County. Big gainer there on 4th down. And in what a pivotal spot it was to do it in, as he extends his drive for his club. Somerset wearing the all gold, good as gold there on that carry. Bruner with Chris Hughes, who's really been working it this second half. Chris Hughes gets the ball, and he's going nowhere this time. Loses a yard there. Great job there up front by number 54, Nick Ford, who's a senior defensive lineman. Not a ton of seniors on this lineup from what I can see here from Russell County, so a lot of moving parts and younger people for this ball club. They hustle back, and they're getting the call from Coach Clevenger. Bruner's going to take the shotgun snap. He's going to fake it, and he's got a man over the middle. It's Cam, and Cam dropped it. Had a touchdown. Was a tough catch there up on his right shoulder, but he did drop it inside the 5, which would have been a touchdown. Man.
Yeah, pretty good throw there. Just that little bit on the back shoulder as you described, Adam. And I'm sitting here thinking with 2:02 to go, 24-21. Somerset coming down to their 2 games, 2 nail biters.
Absolutely.
Or as our friend Josh McKinney likes to call them, cuticle killers.
Yeah, they are cuticle killers for sure. And I've done a good job. I've not bit my nails in a long time. I used to have the worst habit, but I've not done it in a long time, and it's good for you not to bite your nails. I'll just go ahead and say that. So if you're out there and you're a nail biter, I mean, I get it. Yeah. I used to be one.
Not just called a game, ladies and gentlemen, but hygiene updates from Adam Bray.
Oh, goodness. All right, but this one is definitely a metaphorical and maybe even literal nail biter out there for Somerset and Russell County both. Coming right down to the wire, 2 minutes and 2 seconds. And we got a timeout, Somerset, so they're going to talk it over.
Yeah, so that is going to be a Ron Shaw Realtor timeout. And tell you what, in the ball game, Somerset, especially this second half, they just had 2 of the Kemper first downs in that first half, but 8 in this second half, 10 total in the game, and they've got 3rd down and 11 situation here. They've got to, they don't have to get it all in one play.
It'd be nice.
And get it down into, where it's 4th down and manageable. So don't get greedy, get what they give you. But I like the way that Somerset's run the ball here in this 4th quarter of the ball game. And they do trail it 24-21. It's been a back and forth seesaw affair.
Absolutely it has. And Bruner, credit him. He's had a couple, big throws downfield that just came up just a little bit short or were dropped. So his stat sheet's not gonna wow you at the end of this one, but he did have a few missed opportunities that could not necessarily be put on him as he's lined up in the shotgun. It's going to be 2 men to the near side, McChrystal and Cam Hughes. Far side has the Z receiver, and that is Caden Samala. This time it's a fake give. It's going to be Cam Hughes out there in space, and Cam Hughes rumbles forward, not going to get the first down, but he's going to get, again, like you said, a 4th and manageable situation, so maybe 2 or 3 yards here to get you a first down, a little bit more to work with here, but you got to get it. That's the thing. Somerset been pretty good in these short yardage situations all night, as they're going to hustle back up, still in the shotgun formation. Chris Hughes, the lone running back. Bruner trying to get him to jump off sides. They're not going to bite. Moves Chris Hughes over to his right after Clevenger's directions. This time it's a give, and it's another one of those design keepers, and I'm not sure if Bruner got it.
He had to get to the 20, and Russell County, they're acting like he did not get there.
So we'll see here. No official call yet.
I don't. The way their officials are standing, they're standing on the 20, closer to the 21-yard line. Where do they set the ball down?
That they are.
Yep, it's free. Yep, turnover on downs.
And a very untimely turnover on downs there for Somerset, as they're going to give it back with only 83 seconds left in this ball game for Russell County to take it. And I think Somerset, do they have 2 timeouts left?
They do. That's what I have them with, 2 timeouts, so they're going to have to use them right here.
Absolutely.
They're going to run the ball, but they've run it very well. 102 yards on 26 carries for the quarterback, Stringer. Another 46 yards on 15 carries for Beck.
So Russell County with a chance here with a 1 or 2 first downs would ice this one, and, well, they've actually got.
Well, they're playing in a modified victory formation, if you will.
Yeah.
Yep, and force Somerset to use a timeout.
Yep, and I'm not sure if that's
They snap the ball to the quarterback, and they put a running back in the deep pistol formation. Just he's there in case there's a bad snap.
So that one's going
to lose about 5 yards on the play.
And that'll hurt your yards per carry, won't it?
I guarantee you that Mr. Stringer will give up the yards for a victory.
Yeah, of course, would be his first varsity victory, as they were losers last week.
Down marker hasn't moved yet, but the ball's spotted at the 15, almost 16-yard line.
Yeah.
Second down. Call it 2nd and 15.
That's where the white hat is headed. Second down, 15 yards to go here. 1 minute and 21 seconds left. They actually only called.
Still trying to get the down marker to move back. There you go.
Okay, there we go. So Somerset, who fought hard all night, a couple untimely turnovers, miscues, turnovers on downs. Russell County can get one more here. They're actually going to run out the offense here, and it looks like they're going to try to run some sort of a play. So on first down, they force them to burn that timeout. Now they're going to go ahead and run a play. It's a designed run to the left side for Tanner Stringer. Tanner Stringer wrapped up, nowhere to go.
Not really sure about all that. Another timeout called by Somerset. Going to lose another 3 yards.
So getting closer back to that end zone. And if you want to get him in a punt situation where you can send men to block it, not sure if you'd want to play for the return or for the block. Really, both are viable options. We got another timeout for Somerset as Clay Clevenger is going to talk it over with his squad with 1 minute and 14 seconds left in this ball game. Russell County on top 24-21.
Trying to do some math here.
That's
not a good thing.
Bob the mathematician. As Russell County's offense breaks up, they think they know what they're going to do as Somerset's defense trots back out to the line.
Somerset's out of timeouts now. They can't stop it with 1 minute 14 to go.
Yep, so do or die time here for the defense. We'll see what kind of offensive look they want to come out here with. Tanner Stringer in the backfield. Can't see his man beside him. It was actually Wills. And the ball! I thought I saw it come free, but I think it was just a shadow of a helmet as he rumbles forward for maybe 3 or 4 yards there. Keeps that clock working.
So it's 4th down and about, we'll call it 15.
Play clock at 25, 53 seconds left on the scoreboard.
So Somerset's going to get this ball back with about 30 seconds to go.
That they are. It just depends on where they get the ball back at. Does Russell have a timeout to let it?
They do.
Okay, so
they
they're
have
going to.
one.
Okay, they're going to let this one melt all the way down. 3, 2, and 1 as we get the timeout for the Lakers. So there's the last one for them. No timeouts for either squad remains with 29 seconds left on your Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Russell County on top by 3 points, clinging to a late lead.
Russell County, a couple of punts tonight for 95 yards, so they've done a good job there. At Somerset special teams, we saw it last week. We've seen it even tonight. They've been pretty solid in the return game, especially on kickoffs. Little different situation here with the punt.
I think they did have a pretty solid punt return last game, and was that one that was negated as well?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and that was Chris Hughes that was doing the returning on it.
And that's one thing. If you're Coach Clay Clevenger, you're talking to your kids about that. No penalties here. Don't be dumb. We're getting the ball back. We've got an opportunity.
No more free yardage. Both of these teams fighting for their first win of the ball of the year.
And especially, something before the punch. You don't want to do something that's going to give them an automatic first down.
Absolutely not.
That's to be alert.
They're going to try to block this one, and they did!
And that ball is going to be out of bounds. Somerset with the block.
Wow, and I think that one, I'm not sure if it went off one of the Russell County players, but either way, great penetration up front. And that one is going to be a very short punt. It did go past the line of scrimmage, so not your traditional block, which would have been massive, but Somerset's going to be shaped up in pretty good position here at the 31 of Russell County.
So 14 yards officially on the punt that was blocked. Somerset will make it 15. But Potato. Somerset, great field position here, 26 seconds.
Go out and earn it. This is where you got to earn it.
Well, the theme of the week was finish. Here's an opportunity for the jumpers to do something.
Doesn't get much more finish than
They've
this.
worked on all week.
5 wide receiver set for Bruner. He drops back. Pretty clean pocket initially. He's going to put it up for grabs. And it's a touchdown! Did he maintain possession? Yes! Yes, he did!
Isaiah Lewis went up and got that ball from Josh Bruner.
Isaiah Lewis, the junior wide receiver. We have not called his name tonight, but we do in the biggest scenario for him, and his ball team is now up 27-24 over the rival Russell County Lakers. Wow.
Holy cow.
Woo! And this game, hey, it is not finished.
No.
We still got to finish a little more.
More ups and downs than a Catholic wedding right now in this ball game, in Somerset on top, 27-24. This is a huge extra point.
Anderson Rubel with the snap, the hold, the kick, and it is up and through the uprights. 28-24 on your Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard with just 21 seconds left in the ball game. Somerset strikes with a big touchdown there on the 31-yard catch by Isaiah Lewis. And Isaiah, and I could be wrong about this, but I don't know if he played football last season. He may have started sometime last season, but he's a name, of course, that does not have a lot of experience playing out there on this field. First time we called his name tonight, it's a big-time touchdown as he mossed a defender there, as the kids would call it these days. It's kind of interesting they call it Moss after that. Most of them weren't even born when Randy Moss was, in his heyday, but hey, nonetheless, a Moss there for Isaiah Lewis. Congratulations to you, and one of the biggest plays that we've seen tonight, and the biggest moment. Ethan Rubel going to kick it off here. We'll see what sort of approach they take. Of course,
I kick that thing on the ground. I kick it hard, low, squib it, make funny bounces.
Yeah, absolutely, because that man has given them fits all night, and that man is Kenneth Wills. And he's lined up there over on the far side of the field. This one's going to be, a little squib, poochie kick. And that's actually their quarterback, Stringer, who downed it.
They're going to say he fielded it on a knee, so they're going to call him down at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, so not sure if that's what he intended to do there, because he did have a little bit of room to work there. So this ball.
Well, job one is to secure the football.
Absolutely. So 1st and 10 from the 31. Of course, this is the exact marker that Somerset just scored from on their previous drive.
Really, they should put 2 seconds back on the clock, but this is Somerset's field. They're not going to do it voluntarily because he caught the ball on the ground.
Let's just hope it doesn't come down to 2 seconds, or else there will be another KHSAA stink.
Yeah, officials, nor did the far sideline catch that.
Stringer takes the snap. He's in the shotgun. A little bit of pressure. He's going to put the ball up for grabs, and another good play there, and I believe that was Wills again, who's just absolutely causing nightmares for Somerset on offense and on special teams. Big first down and really just a poised throw there as clock is ticking, though. 10 seconds, 9. Spikes it at about 8, but they're going to call it 7 on the scoreboard there.
And right there, this is an example where that 2 seconds might have made a difference. So
absolutely.
They're on the officiating crew.
So the spike, they've got the ball at the Somerset 48. Go ahead.
Well, as I was explaining, because, home field, you're not going to help them. And it's not their fault. He took off and ran the football, but it was blown dead immediately.
Yeah, that is true. So just a couple more plays probably to work with as Stringer's going to take it. He's going to take a deep shot. This is going to be intercepted. Intercepted by Somerset, and that is big number 13, Cam Hughes, to seal it for his team. Just 2 seconds left on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard, as an interception is going to likely bring this night to an end for the Russell County Lakers. And Somerset, after down in this football, can start celebrating as they went 1-0 this week here in Week 2, as Coach Ty Tevis was telling you after the game last week. One more snap, they fall on this ball, and it should be over. And again, hats off to the Lakers, and hats off, of course, to the freshman quarterback, Tanner Stringer, who played a heck of a game. definitely cannot pin that one on him, even though he does have an interception in the stat sheet now. Bruner takes the snap and kneels it.
Exciting win.
Wow, and ever so exciting as the clock hits zeros here on your Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Somerset Briar Jumpers prevail in a last-second heroics play there, 28-24 over the Russell County Lakers, who were visiting. All right, and we're going to take a quick break here and give you the post-game stats and the Alton Blakely post-game wrap-up show after this.
Toyota of Somerset, we're known for great service before and after the sale, and so much more. Since 1988, Toyota of Somerset has been supporting our local communities. And we sell and service what a number of different rating services call the most fuel-efficient, dependable, and safe vehicles on the road. Toyota. Toyota of Somerset, South Highway 27 Somerset, and online at toyotaofsomerset.com. At Toyota of Somerset, we're all about you.
Here to come in 175-100, here to come in 175-2. I 200 down, count it, here to come in a quarter.
Like successful sports programs, putting together a successful auction takes a lot of planning, organization, attention to detail, and teamwork. And you need dedicated and committed people pulling together. At Ford Brothers Auctioneers, we've been successfully selling the country since 1965. Ford Brothers Auctioneers. Give us a call or visit us online at FordBrothersInc.com.
Ford Brothers Auctioneers, we're selling the country.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the runner-up trophy.
And we are back, and they're going to go ahead and present the trophy to the runner-up and then the winners, as this game just concluded moments ago in a thriller. 28-24, Somerset Briar Jumpers prevailed over the Russell County Lakers here in a very, very interesting ball game from start to finish. Russell County out there accepting their runner-up trophy, and a valiant effort for them and their team led by head coach Lucas Ford. That's big number 71 out there accepting it for him. Kyler Perkins, who is a senior who appears to be injured, did not participate in tonight's ball game. And they're going to go ahead and give Tanner Stringer the offensive player of the game for Russell County. Congratulations to him. Just a freshman. Played a really good ball game for the Lakers. And Nick Ford, the defensive lineman, number 54, is your defensive player of the game. Actually, well, they got number 69 out there getting it. So, well, I do believe they called Nick Ford, but they gave 69 accepted it for him. Cam Hughes is your offensive player of the game, and hard to argue with that one. We'll see what our rendition of it would be.
Player of the game for Somerset, Cameron McCaskill.
Cameron McCaskill, the defensive player of the game for Somerset. So that's back-to-back for him as far as at least overall tallies go. This one is by our other radio team up here. And this was the Alton Blakely Bowl. So again, thank you to them for sponsoring tonight's post-game show, which we're bringing you right now as Bob tallies up the stats. And they also sponsored this bowl game. So thank you for Alton Blakely family of dealerships for not only sponsoring us in this post-game show, but also the bowl game tonight, as the Russell County Lakers and the Somerset Briar Jumpers played an absolute classic there, and I was sure glad to bear witness to it, as were all these Somerset fans. And again, still counting up the scores. We'll get the scoring recap. We'll get the statistics. It was an interesting ball game, again, like I said, from start to finish. Okay. All right, so Coach Clevenger got his team down there on the knee. He's giving them a bit of a pep talk. Looks pretty excited and pretty juiced up about this one. Again, I think there's a lot to work on going forward. This team, pretty scrappy club that you did come away with a win against. They're a slightly bigger school as far as enrollment goes, but pretty similar. I believe Russell County competes in 3A. So Clevenger moves to 1-1 on the season. Again, giving that talk post-game to his team, who does have a lot to work on, I think, as far as putting this together season-wide, but I did come away with a lot of interesting things and a lot of good things to put in your back pocket and keep working on.
All right, first let's give you a quick scoring recap, and it was Russell County getting things kicked off in the scoring column with a safety at the 2:33 mark. It made it 2-0 in favor of the Lakers. Somerset came back at the 3:05 mark of the second quarter on a Cam Hughes 5-yard run. Anderson Rubel's PAT was good, and Somerset was up by 5 by a score 7-2. Then Somerset scored again in the third period at the 10:30 mark. Cam Hughes had a 16-yard run, and Ern Rubel missed that PAT, and it was 13-2. And that would come back to play a little bit as we moved on in this contest. Just about 6 minutes later in that third quarter, Russell County got a 14-yard stringer to Willis pass for the touchdown. The kick was good, and it was Russell County trailing by a score of 13-10. And then at the 9:17 mark, Russell County back-to-back touchdowns. Wills a 9-yard run. The two-point attempt was good, and all of a sudden, Russell County on top, 18-13. At the 5:53 mark, Chris Hughes, a statement run. It was Hughes, got the 17-yard run. And Cam Hughes ran in the two-point conversion, and Somerset went back up by 3, 21-18. But the ensuing kickoff, 85 yards returned by Wills. The two-point conversion was no good, but it was Russell County up by 3, 24-21. Somerset got the ball. And with 21 seconds left on the clock, a 31-yard strike from Bruner to Lewis in the corner of the end zone. A fantastic circus catch by Lewis. He went up, fought for the ball, and Anderson Rubel's kick was good, and that's where we ended up. Your final score, 28-24. First downs in the ball game. Somerset came back. They had 10 first downs in the entire game after having just 2 in the first half compared to 12 total first downs for Russell County. Rushing the ball, the Somerset Briar Jumpers rushed 32 times, 197 yards, and they got 100 yards through the air on 7 of 14 passing from the quarterback, Josh Bruner, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. So the Jumpers, 297 yards of offense on 43 plays. Rushing the ball for the Lakers, they had 55 carries, 174 yards, 103 yards through the air on 7 of 10 passing by the young quarterback Tanner Stringer. He did have 1 touchdown, but threw 2 interceptions, including the one to end the game at the end. But 277 yards of offense for Russell County, but they ran 65 plays, so they ran almost 22 more plays, 22 more snaps offensively than did the Somerset Briar Jumpers. Punting, Somerset punted twice for 83-yard average, and 2 punts in the first half for Russell County for a total of 95 yards, but it was their lone punt attempt in the fourth period that made a difference. The blocked punt, a 14-yarder that gave Somerset the field position they needed, and that was when Bruner dropped back and threw that strike to Lewis in the end zone. Take a look at total turnovers in the ball game. Somerset with the 1 interception and the 1 fumble lost, and so 2 turnovers total, 2 interceptions for Somerset against Russell County, so they were dead even. But if you count the turnovers on downs, Somerset had 4 times they turned over the Lakers on downs, and that, again, played a huge role. Some individual numbers real quick. Cam Hughes, an outstanding game, 111 yards, rushing the ball, 2 touchdowns. He also had 53 yards on 3 carries for 53 yards on 3 catches for a total of 164 yards of offense for Cam tonight, and not to mention a couple of pretty good returns, and he played some great defense as well. Chris Hughes, 53 yards on 12 carries and a touchdown, and so there was most of your ground game for the Briar Jumpers. Josh Bruner, as we said, was 7 of 14 overall, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He did throw for 100 yards, remembering that our stats are not official. Cam Hughes, The 53, 3 catches. Caden Samala, a couple catches for 6 yards. A 10-yard catch by Chris Hughes, and then the 31-yard game-winning touchdown reception by Isaiah Lewis. Leading ground gainer for Russell County, of course, that was Tanner Stringer. He ended up with 97 yards on 29 carries. And let's see, it was Beck with 46 yards on 15 carries. Wills, leading receiver, 72 yards, 4 catches, and a touchdown. So it wasn't a stellar number statistically. The most important stat is always the one that's on the scoreboard down here to our right. Jumpers get a big win 2 weeks in a row. The Cardiac Kids.
That's definitely what you call them there, and I really think that, the poise that Bruner showed there on that last play just stood in there, and there was a little bit of pressure. He fired it down there to Isaiah Lewis, who did come away with that big catch there at the very end, and we got to experience the first win of the Clay Clevenger era here at Clark Field, so what a special way to do it. Of course, they wish they would have had the one last week, but that one's behind them. 1-1 now is their record on the year, looking to build off of this win.
All right. Well, we've got to name our Somerset Community College Offensive Player of the Game. I think that's going to have to go to Cam Hughes. As we mentioned, over 150 yards in total offense and 2 touchdowns. So congratulations to Cam Hughes. As much as, Chris Hughes played well offensively, and Josh Bruner, had a fantastic night as well. Defensively, and that is presented by United Cumberland Bank. We appreciate them and all that they do for us. And I really like Austin Lawless. I think we called his name a couple of times. He played well. Cam Hughes had a big interception. It was just a terrific night for him. But Austin Lawless got a lot of pressure in there tonight and was able to do some good. Well, wait a minute. I may have got my numbers mixed up. No, it was Austin Lawless. So he had 10 tackles last week. I'm not sure how many he ended up with tonight, but defensive player of the game, Austin Lawless.
I think that's a pretty good one. There's a lot of different names to call out, especially on defense for the Jumpers, but I think Austin Lawless, who is a freshman, is getting the praises of his teammates, and also remember that finishing block he had there when he was a tight end on that one particular play that didn't go for much, but that's just something that it looks good on film, and your team's going to remember that one.
And our Sassy Spoon lineman of the game, I know on defense we called Zach Carter's a couple of times, and I think he had a couple of good pressures, and I believe he had a sack as well tonight. So I like Zach Carter for our Sassy Spoon lineman of the game. Hard to get a number when we don't get replay and get to go back and look at the game, as far as offensive and how well the line blocked. But, they gave Bruner some time tonight, and keep in mind it was 7 of 14, but he had 3 drops in the game.
And there were big gainer drops as well.
So congratulations, and that is going to be Zach Carter as our Sassy Spoon lineman of the game. I think we've taken care of all of our business.